My microphone working?
Sounds like it's working. Yeah. So this is the finals of the Bughouse World Championship. This tournament has been going on for about 2 months now, and we started off. First of all, there were two sections. There was a open section and an under 2000 section. The under 2000 section was a 3-minute time control. It was single elimination, and the finals for the under 2000 section was last week. The open section was single elimination down to the top four teams. Those top four teams participated in a round robin tournament, and then the top two teams from the round robin have progressed to the finals, and those finals will be held tonight. So the finals tonight are going to consist of a format of a 2-minute time control and the best of 50 games. Those two final teams are Chicken Cross Road and 12 Teen versus J Kid Jr. and Go-Go Burritos. Apparently, at the last minute, there was a disagreement between J Kid Jr. and Go-Go Burritos. So there has been a substitution. I'm not the organizer of the tournament. I'm just a commentator. But that's the situation we've run into right now. Regardless of the substitution, we're going to have really great games here. Let me tell you a bit about the candidates. First of all, on my layout, I've put a bit about each of the candidates that will pop up throughout the match. But I can tell you a little about them. First of all, Chicken Cross Road, otherwise known as Daniel Yeager, is a FIDE master from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And he is a very good chess player as well as bughouse player. He won the National High School Championship in the U.S. He also was co-champion of the Denker Tournament of High School Champions. He achieved for many years, he was the top-rated bughouse player on Fix, which used to be the top bughouse player before Chess.com got bughouse. So, in addition to that, he's very good at Crazy House, and he has several Crazy House titles under his belt. He finished third place both last year and this year in the World Crazy House Championships. 12 Teen, otherwise known who's Janek Awatamale, is from Canada. He's a national master. He was the 11th grade champion in Canada, and he also won the Bughouse National Championship in Canada. He is the current contender for the Crazy House World Championship, which will be held next week. So basically, he won the candidates tournament and gets to play the previous champion of that. He finished second place in the 960 titled arena. First place was Magnus Carlson. And like most of the top 10 were GMs, and then there was him who was an NM. Janik also finished second place in the 2017 World Crazy House Championship. They are playing against Yelin Wang, J Kid Jr. 22. He is number 2 on the Bughouse leaderboard right now. 4 times Bughouse Championship winner at the K through 12 the high school championships. So every one of his high school years, he won the Bughouse tournament. He's the national master and is a graduate of Dartmouth. He was supposed to be partnered to Go-Go Burritos, who I believe is in the call with us now. And Go-Go Burritos is very young, so doesn't have as many accomplishments under his belt. But he, within less than a 3-year period, he boosted his skill in Bughouse from below 1,000 to over 2,600. He finished 6th in the Anti-Chess World Championship this year. And he is a big fan of Pepsi and Top 10 lists. I'm told that there's going to be a substitution where I believe it's 11 is going to be playing in place of Go-Go Burritos, but I'm not sure about that. And we do have some other people in the call who can maybe shed some light on what's going on. Go-Go Burritos, did you want to say anything about the tournament?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a fun tournament to organize and to play in, and unfortunate that some things happened. Luck would be a great substitution. I think you'll be better than me.
And so
it'll be a great tourney.
So I don't know if you would be better than you. You deserve to be in the finals for sure. But I've known Luft for many years. Luft's handle on the free internet chess server was 11, and 12 is an homage to that handle. I actually partnered All You Need Is Luft in the Berlin tournament 2 years. That has been the over the board bughouse world championship. I finished 4th with him as a partner 1 year, and we finished 9th place another year. So I'm very familiar with All You Need Is Luft's play, and I'm very impressed with him. I'm not sure what the holdup is here. I hope that they will start soon. So Luft is saying that he is a little bit rusty at bughouse, but I think he will do just fine. Apparently, the first challenge has been issued. So I do have the ability to put some scores up. And we're gonna have a running tally of the scores, but I have to manually change it. So on the left side of the board, you'll see the scores. And hopefully the teams will start the match soon.
Hey, what's going on?
I'm following Chicken. Hi. So we have Scary Snakes in the call, otherwise known as Crimson Vortex. I should mention the tournament organizers. So our co-organizers are Go-Go Burritos, Crimson Vortex, Legion Destroyer, and Archduke Shrimp. Is there another one, or did I name them all?
That's all of them.
And
yep, you guys saw.
Thank you for putting together this great event.
And special shout out to Chuck. Thank you for streaming and covering so many of these matches. If you guys want to see high level bughouse, this is a place to be.
Do you have predictions up?
Oh, that's a good point. I will start a prediction.
All right, and I believe the players are playing now. Oh yeah, Talton has a strong attack here on his board. So I guess like heavy at f2 would be crushing, but yeah, we probably have to start with this move. So pawn mates, right? Yeah, we have bishop takes d3, and then after he blocks, pawn d2, and then bishop at a3, and then queen takes e1 is going to mate. We're down 3 seconds though, so pawn isn't coming. Oh, I don't hear anything. Are you still there?
Yeah, I was muted because I was setting up the prediction. I didn't want you to all hear my typing. But
yeah, no, all good.
We do now have a prediction up for channel points. There should be 10 minutes to put your wagers in. And you can bet on the outcome there. We are commentated in the house Discord, by the way, which is a great place to go if you want to learn more about Bughouse. I also have a Discord for my stream, and I welcome people to my stream Discord as well.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Jakin and Left are gonna win this game. Yeah, like the queen is forced on Left's board, which like Jacob is going to be able to use to mate 12-10. Yeah, so right now we're sitting for queen at c6, and Oh, where's the mate? Rook at b5.
The rook at b5 doesn't quite seem to be a kill shot. This knight is doing a heroic
Okay,
job
now
guarding. Oh, he's using the
I
rook
assumed queen
down.
was coming, but maybe they found a way to not get the
A
queen.
rook,
This is
oh,
still mate though.
it looked like rook takes knight was good there. Okay, queen in is just
Yeah, we
mate
can separate
immediately.
now.
Oh, he doesn't have a queen anymore.
Yeah, but the problem is now left is getting mated here.
Ooh, that one turned around.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the thing about these top players. They're
they
so hard to put away.
so they could have easily been ahead on the first game with a little more coordination. So right now our score is 1-0, favoring 12-teen and chicken.
Yeah, and left has been playing a bit of high house recently, so he's like maybe not at his full form, but he's definitely like in good shape.
But we see that this so 12-teen and chicken were thought to be the clear favorites, but the fact that that last game was so close means maybe we have a closer
And
match than
this
we
is
thought.
another game that's like crushing. J-Kid and left are uptime, and J-Kid has an amazing attack here. So what's the finish here? Something like queen at d5. That's just mating, right? All right, I assume we're still mating, but yeah. Okay, this mates also.
Got the mate, so now we're at 1-1.
Yes, I think 12-teen is definitely the best player in the world, and chicken is like wherever you want to put him, like second or third. That being said, J-Kid is also a beast, and I think J-Kid is probably the best person at playing against 12-teen, other than maybe Katask. He seems to do much better in his matchups against a 12-teen than against chicken.
Yeah, J-Kid has a great style. He's fast and he makes good accurate chess moves. And also the J-Kid is known even in chess for not being very open and dependent. Like he is best in the middle game and with tactics, and that definitely shows in Bughouse where that's an asset.
So what Chuck is trying to play is Chuck plays absolute nonsense. He plays like one a6.
He does play a6 often in chess tournaments.
Absolute nonsense. Okay, so 12-teen is sitting for knight f3 here, but Jake is just asking him to hold rook, yeah, because we go king h1, and 12-teen doesn't have an attack unless rook comes, which left should be able to hold pretty easily.
And so we're assuming that these teams are on calls with each other. I guess.
J-Kid and left are not. I believe they're
really.
Yeah, they're talking in chat.
That would be a huge disadvantage.
Are chicken and 12-teen? So chicken and 12-teen like usually play in chat also, but I guess.
So the last few games they've said that they're in Skype. So even though we haven't seen them in Discord channels, they are friends on Skype, and I believe we're talking there.
Oh, okay. That's strange because I think in the last match they were. Oh, I didn't see the match against Caspi and Pure Essence, but the match before that, I think they were using the chess.com chat. So. Okay, so Jacob's just going to shed the queen here.
Why didn't he play rook takes knight? Why didn't chicken play rook takes knight? Ooh, that's a pretty devastating attack from all you need is bug. It's mate, actually. Mate in one when you knight in.
Oh.
Wow.
11-teen is so strong.
So our score is now 2-1. Favoring JK Jr. and Gogo Burritos.
Yeah, and I think all of these players, okay, if they're not all titled, they're definitely titled strength because 11 is like 2500 blitz and 2600 bullet. This is we have very good chess players playing in this match.
So in the chat, let's see, was it UK the Baller? Someone said they bet on the JK team because the odds are so good. Yeah, definitely. Throw some bets in there. Oh, I see Red Heron. Okay, I missed that. Teen and Chicken are up time and they're attacking. Chicken has a fairly safe king and he's trying to get in on All You Need Is Bug, but he doesn't have many pieces to attack with.
Yeah, I think I may be more concerned about J-Kid than I am about All You Need Is Bug. This looks moderately unpleasant.
Yeah, that's mate. Mate is moderately unpleasant. Our score is now 2-all. Very close match.
Yeah, although to this point it seems like J-Kid and All You Need Is Bug. Like J-Kid and Bug seem to have been the better team to this point. This could easily be 3-1 to them. All right, so what's happening here? I guess 12 team wants to put a diag at f6. Because now at f6 we can just ignore.
The times are fairly close. I like knight at d4 a little better, but for Chicken.
Yeah.
But I guess there's probably some reason for his move.
Yeah, I think like in scramble situations, I think they'll slightly favor the team of J-Kid and Bug. I think they're
Really?
the slightly faster team.
I never pegged All You Need Is Bug as a particularly fast player. So that's a little surprising.
he can move. Yeah, I think like maybe a week or two ago, like he played a couple of high house matches against J-Kid actually, and he was like holding his own in the scrambles. So admittedly, definitely slower than J-Kid, but not by much. But all four of these players are of course incredibly fast. So like it's close enough that in scrambles, I think it'll come down to whoever's position is easiest to play.
Makes sense.
And Chicken notoriously tricky in scrambles.
Yeah, that's his specialty. They're saying in chat, Luft Rusty is still a top 20 player. Yeah, Luft is incredibly good, and Luft is more of a chesser, so he'll roll out some chess moves when he needs to, and he doesn't need to sit for pieces. So, like the sack sitter here is probably 12 teen and J-Kid are more of the sack sitters, and Chicken and All You Need Is Bug are more chessers.
See, I'm gonna challenge you. Like, I think classic Chicken is I eat all the pieces and I defend. I live. Chicken has come over to dark side. My man likes the sack sitter.
No, well, Chicken is versatile. Chicken will adapt to the situation. I don't think. I mean, he has different gears. Like there's a lot of players who are once a sack sitter, always a sack sitter, and Chicken can sack sit if the situation requires it, but usually he does not.
This is true. Like I like the sense I get with these like J-Kid and Tolton games is they're sort of just pre-moving off, and like I don't think either of them can afford to sit against their opponent because they're so unbelievably fast. But that's a good point that you made about Chicken. Like all of these players could play any style they want and be a top 10 player at any style, but Chicken in particular, I think, is very good at adapting.
Ooh, that's mate for Chicken. Speaking of adapting, there's Chicken with a mate.
Yes.
And our score now is 3-all. Let me update the scores.
Sorry, not trying to interrupt here. Are y'all reviewing a game? I'm not really sure how this.
No,
this
we
whole thing
we are
works.
commentating the game right now.
Oh,
We're
you are?
spectating on chess.com. Yeah, if you check the match between 12 Teen and JK Jr. 22.
Okay. I'll.
Okay, so here knight takes b7, and the threat was knight c6, so we went king c8. But yeah, JK has problems. Yeah, like a large amount of problems. Okay, so we're gonna try and run with the king.
Yeah, I don't
and
think
knight
that run's
b8,
gonna
and
last
yeah,
very
we have
long
to
because
take
there's
this.
knight takes pawn, so he has to take. Oh, I thought he had to take it.
Oh, wait, what? No, you were correct. He did have to take it. Just these are the things that are happening to him now. Yeah, 12 Teen thought he had to take it. I thought he had to take it, and you thought he had to take it. The only one who did not think he had to take it is the person who got checkmated. Okay, so maybe pawn at f7, knight at g5, and this covers f3 h3, which helps to defend, but is also attacking on f7. These lunatics, Lush said, "I don't care about my queen. I'm playing pawn at f3 anyways."
So there's a question in the chat of how the prizes are allocated. I mean, there's a certain amount for first, a certain amount for second. Do you know what that prize pool is, or is that not figured out yet?
I do, and just to clarify, unfortunately, we did already have to roll the official match, so this is an exhibition. So this won't affect final standings, but we're still getting a show with 4 of the best bughouse players in the entire world. But yeah, I can look up the prize distribution real quick. Okay. All right, so the official Bughouse World Championships or World Champions for 2020 are 12 Teen and Chicken Cross Road. They will be taking home the first place prize of $245. And the second place team was JK Jr. 22 and Go-Go Brutos, who will be taking home $122. So congratulations to those teams. Congratulations to Chicken and 12 Team for confirming what we all knew for quite a while, is that they are 2 of the best Bughouse players in the entire world.
Oh,
And we hope to see
we'll
them
see.
next year.
I mean, J-Kid and All You Need Is Bug might show that they should have entered as a team, basically. So, no problem. No problem, Mini Spucks. I'm glad you found the House Discord server.
Wow, J-Kid is getting chessed. Do you know how long I have dreamed for the ability to chess J-Kid? And not once have I been able to.
And J-Kid is quite a strong chess player, but 12 Teen is up there. Like, don't let the NM titles fool you. 12 Teen, he beats GMs on a regular basis.
What's my man's bullet rank? He's 2,900 bullet, which is low for him. Normally he's like around 3,000 bullet, which is higher than most GMs.
So he has entered the titled arena quite a few times, and he finishes really high in the titled arenas. He finished second in the titled 960 arena. Number 1 was Magnus Carlson, and often these stand-ins are like GM, 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 and then NM 12 Teen, GM, GM, GM.
This was a nice sequence from 12 Teen because the pawn on g7 was threatening queen at h8 mate, which is very difficult to defend, but he's found a nice way to cover these squares with this knight g4 idea.
He's covering g4 with the queen there.
So he wants bishop at f2, but that's just not going to come. Yeah, Jacobs communicated to Bug not to give a bishop, and 12 Teen's not getting a bishop. Now he needs to find a move though. The problem is he doesn't want to go queen takes g3 and open up the h file. But like we're also threatening bishop takes
the bishop check. Does cover luckily, but there's going to be a knight check probably since this queen is pinned. Mm-hmm. Knight at h5.
They were down more time than they were. It's 2 seconds, but yeah, this is going to come down to like how much left can feed J-Kid for this attack. Yeah, left. That
I don't
was
think
nice
he
coordination.
doesn't need much for the attack. He's got a lot
True.
there.
Because left also had a nice position where he could have like sat for pieces to attack himself, but that was good recognition to see that Jacob had a killing position. Like, I just need to keep moving and get him feed, and then like Jacob's gonna kill his opponent here. Okay, left gives up the queen for 2 pieces. This is usually a good trade.
That is not sure staying free.
What is happening on the JK 12 team board? So many things were being attacked, and I still have no idea what's happening, like whatsoever. Okay, bishop at g3, like a reasonable move. We decide to defend. Oh, knight takes d5,
Ooh, nice
and now the
because of the
queen's
defend.
coming in. Yeah, this is like this can be part of the culture shock for like someone around my level, like 24, 2500, who's like relatively good at
Chicken's king is very safe, and all you need is left has an unsafe king. So really,
yeah,
12
that
team can sit
looks
whenever and
right.
just let chicken mate.
Oh yeah, up 18 seconds. This is over. Okay, so what's the follow? There's like rook at e7, knight takes g7.
There's knight probably if you could get another knight, knight at d6.
Yeah, knight takes g7, then knight d6, knight c7. Chicken decides to slow play it, which his king's so safe that he doesn't have to assume any risk whatsoever.
Yeah.
All right, queen at g6. He's trying to hold on here, though I don't believe he'll be able to. So like even if Bug can somehow find a way to survive, J-Kid will get chessed.
Yeah, and 12 team gets an extra queen to chess him now, which is gonna be the kill shot.
I like to think that 12 team doesn't want it. I think he wants to inflict the psychological damage and like force J-Kid to play that position. I assume that he told Chicken to sit so he could assert dominance.
So our score is now 6-4, favoring 12 team chicken. Miss Fairy Queen's pointed out that Luft is one of the strongest coordinators out there, the main element of his game. Yeah, and that he's much like Chicken in that sense that they make their partners better by coordinating well and getting their partners what they need to play their best game.
True. He also has a style that lends itself well to feeding, because a problem with a lot of people is when you go to feed your opponents or to feed your partner's position, like a lot of times you're killing your own position to do this. The truly great feeders can like get trades for their partner while simultaneously maintaining a playable position. I think that's what makes Luft so good at this.
The scores are not reversed. I think I made an early error with the score that I since corrected. The score right now is 6-4, and it favors Chicken 12 team.
So what's happening here? Okay, so queen takes f7 is a threat from Chicken. Left would like a bishop. Yeah, to go like bishop at e6.
Chicken's up so much time that I think the queen sack just works. Isn't it just mate immediately? Knight check, pawn mate.
Yeah, so
he just needed to make sure a queen didn't mate his partner, which it didn't.
Yeah, that's like a tricky situation because you really want to defend that with the bishop, and then like the more time passes, the more you realize like I have to make a move, and then you can do something quickly, and then yeah, it's easier to overlook something like that. Oh, pawn at e6, very nice from 12 team. Okay, so if we take this, I guess the idea is I want to take on d7 first, and then drop something on f7. Yeah, so smart decision by J-Kid not to allow this, but he's still getting attacked.
Thanks very much for your compliment of layout, Miss Fairy Queen.
Queen takes b7. Now that's a chessing move because like we can probably
it works because I mean pawn takes, bishop takes, and that's a pinned queen.
Yeah, but now bishop takes c6 anyways. This is over.
The bishop covers.
No, but you're down 20 seconds and a queen against 12 team. The game is over. And so J-Kid's gonna pretend like the game is not over, but it is. Just okay, all right. We're pushing pawns. Okay. Can we push another pawn? No, we're not pushing a pawn. Okay. Now we're gonna push another
Thanks,
pawn.
Flipper.
Yes. Okay, so rook's hanging. Let's move this. Pushing more pawn. Oh, pushing 2 straight pawns.
I don't
Can
know
we get
why
a
he
pawn
hasn't
counter
resigned
for
this
every
yet.
pawn that's been pushed?
Oh, actually, the time has equalized, but I mean, Chicken is pretty safe. He
That's
gives up a
nice.
queen, but it's not the end of the world.
Yep,
12 safe,
it will
Chicken
not
safe.
save him. Just the game is over. Okay. Rook at 8-7. Oh, okay. I will give him credit. He did a nice job pretending that he wasn't dead. Like he almost fooled me for like half a second, but he was definitely dead. Okay, so pawn mates. Okay,
He has the knight for what was it, e7, so he doesn't need a pawn.
Oh, okay, true.
Oh, I should update the scores. What are we at? 8-4. And despite it looking real close in the beginning, Chicken 12 have now pulled ahead by a 2-1 margin here. Oh, oops.
I still
and I need to
expect
flip
this to be a very close match. Just in terms of strength of these two teams, like they're
actually they're on top. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. Chess.com changes who is which place, and I just need to account for that sometimes.
why do these players just like a coin gets attacked and they're like, so what?
Well, and it's important for the audience to realize that, first of all, as far as standard point values in Bughouse, a queen is worth 4 and a piece is worth 2. So 2 pieces for a queen is fine. There are a lot of beginners who hold on too much to their queens and think like it's the end of the world if they lose a queen, and then lose pawn after pawn after pawn, and a lot of initiative defending their queen. Sometimes you just got to let it go and move on. The queen is not the end of the world.
This is true, and I think that's so that like I usually think of this concept more so like in positions where I'm defending, like I shouldn't hold on to my coin, like I should afford to just get rid of it. It's just interesting to me, like 12's queen was attacking that position. His first instinct was, oh, let me make a counter threat, which I think was very strong here. It's just yeah, like if I find these moves, like it's usually not my first instinct. My first instinct is like, oh, let me not lose my queen in this position. But I think this goes to show you at this level, like king safety is so much more important
So
than
that's
material.
mate. 12 has a mate with the rook, and he's up time. Rook at g2, king e3, and push pawn is mate.
Well, we have king f1 though.
Oh, okay, king f1. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but this leaves the g2 square vacant, so that there is no king f1. Yeah, and we have bishop in hand, so yeah, bishop at f4 is gonna mate.
Score is now 9-4. They've flipped their positions again. We'll flip the score. Wait, what? I thought I did 9-4, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's 9-4. Yes, I think the biggest like to tell this match like in the later stages has been the time, because like early on the time was like close every game, and like Luft and Jacob were maybe up time like fairly often, or it was pretty close. But these most recent games they've been down like 10 plus seconds, which you just can't afford to do that at this level. It's not
I
going to
think
end well for you.
12 likes to move as fast as he can get away with. So as long as he's not punished, he's just going to keep moving faster. And Chicken has different gears. I thought that Luft would be the slowest of these 4, and I think that has been borne out. But he did start off a little stronger.
Yeah, this is another situation where we're down 20 seconds. Like,
And it would have been a totally different match if Burritos had been in here, because Burritos is quite fast. So we would have seen less of a time differential, and it might have been more of a material differential. I'm not sure.
yeah, I think in terms of move quality, left is definitely an upgrade over Burritos. But yeah, the time, like I would actually probably expect that team. I don't know, like in terms of speed, they're definitely faster than 12-teen and Chicken. But like Chicken's move quality may have caused Burrito staff to move a little bit slower. Definitely would have been a different dynamic. All right, Jacob has a decent position here though, and Buck has gotten out of like most of his problems.
Oh, yeah.
So I
The
was
Bug is
thinking like
actually
knight
quite solid.
h4 there.
He might want to. Chicken might want to sack his queen with knight takes e4. As soon as his partner is safe,
Yeah.
I think that's his best attack, because it threatens
Well, I
both
think they're just
c2
gonna.
and knight at f2.
Yeah, that looks strong, but I think also they're just going to like sit and force Jacob to chess because he's not an entire rook in this position.
And the move was played.
All right, that's a class defensive move from left. Okay, but now
I like
this is just too much.
maybe pawn at f2 here. Attack the rook and save the knight for later. Oh, and 12-teen is chessing. That's brutal. 10 seconds up. Yeah, it's really hard if you're in J. Kid Jr.'s position, because you gotta... Wait, what? Why are they saying GG's? I don't understand.
Yeah, I think that left had to leave, unfortunately, but I'll see if we can arrange another play. I might end up being the sacrificial lamb if we can't get someone to step in. But...
So annoying. the players all work so hard to get to finals, and then to have people step out the last minute.
Yeah, it is unfortunate. Not the way we would have liked the tournament to end, but we're just doing our best to put on as much of a show as we can.
So yeah, I'm pulling up the spreadsheet here of all the registrations, and we had just an all-star lineup in the tournament, and I think most all of them would have been delighted to be in the finals. So let me see how many teams we had. We have 42 teams enter in the open section, and there were another 25 teams in the under 2000 section. And there were quite a few very strong teams of like both players over 2500. Yeah, Ray Robson would have been delighted, for one. Ray partnered Nicholas Tice, and I was surprised that they lost their match, actually. I think that was just a matter of being warmed up.
All right. I'm just gonna say it's been a pleasure knowing you, Chuck. I'm about to go die.
Okay.
Very gruesomely and probably in unthinkable ways. Tell my family that I love them.
Good luck to you. So Joanna, if you're just getting here, we had an unfortunate situation where players worked hard all month to get, or 2 months to get into the finals, and then one of the teams that made it in the finals had irreconcilable differences and split up like hours before this was scheduled to take place. So there's some people who stepped in to sort of put in an exhibition, but it's quite annoying. I put quite a lot of work into getting this together. I got Chess TV time. I put together a nice layout, but it just didn't pull together. But we do get to watch Chicken and 12 play a bunch at least. And the final score of that matchup was 10-4, with all you need is Bug stepping in to substitute for Go-Go Burritos.
Hello, Chuck.
Hey, sounds like we have Miss Fairy Queen in here.
Can sub for Crimson as a commentator now.
That'd be fantastic. And we have Crimson, who's going to be the sacrificial lamb. He's quite a good player, 2,500 strength, but not nearly the level of Chicken, unfortunately. So it'll be a difficult match for him. Let's see how J-Kid does with versatility as far as switching to a different partner, maybe a different style.
Right now they have a little bit of a time edge, which is good.
Yeah, and one of Crimson's greatest strengths is how fast he is. We're going to see a lot of free moves from Crimson, so it's not good that they're down time. And Chicken has a great attack, just needs a few diagonals. That's a really nice use of that knight to pick up a queen. So he's looking for pawn at f3 probably, or rook at h1. Or he could put a new knight on d2 or move his existing knight, but I think he'll probably wait for the diagonal. J-Kid is actually up time, yeah, so he's going to have to find a move. I wonder what he'll do. He's going to do the knight
J-Kid will just block on c6, yeah.
We'll probably see a rook sack for that knight on h4. I mean, not a sack, but a trade, but... Ooh, okay. So he's trying to get the queen into this diagonal to take g4 eventually. I'll probably take that knight.
Not sure Crimson should have ran his king that way, king f1. Dangerous.
Yeah, knight check, new knight in, pawn takes bishop. Ooh, okay. And he pre-moved that, assuming that the knight check would come. That's the danger of pre-moves. Sometimes it doesn't work out the way we thought it would. Oh, that's very nice mate. That's a chess mate right there. Oh, I should update the scores here. It's a different team.
So they aborted one game. They 1-0.
Okay. Oh, thank you for the subscription from Joanna Tries. I really appreciate it.
Crimson is going for the sack on f7.
Pepsi, you keep selling yourself short. I don't think you're weak. I think it would have been a great match with you in here. It's just unfortunate that you guys didn't get along. I mean, I think your high rating is higher than Crimson Vortex is. And I don't think he's as fast as you are. So J-Kid Jr. is downtime. If he were uptime, a rook or a knight would mate for him. He's going to have to find something to do. He probably doesn't want to lose this knight. So yeah, he's going to retreat it.
And Chicken's going to get an attack.
Probably queen check,
He
queen
could
takes
even
bishop.
sack his queen.
Yeah, or he could play defensive and just take this free bishop.
Yeah. Because the queen still made both, but they did good coordination.
Yeah, JDB. Unfortunately, the team that made it in the finals broke up hours ago.
hey, if anyone wanted drama for a bughouse tournament, they got it, I guess.
Yeah, I do not want drama.
Maybe not the right kind of drama.
I've seen this sort of thing happen. Some other I mean, not to this extent, but I've seen tournaments where players can't make it, so they substitute in someone. For example, my recollection is the Puzzle Battle Championships. One of the players couldn't come, so the Daniel Naradinsky subbed in. If Ray's still in the chat, he might remember and could fact check me on that one.
Well, I do believe this isn't the first team that backed out of the tournament due to some.
Yeah, some other teams
issue.
backed out, but and usually it was scheduling difficulties. But the weird part is that it's the finals. Like, why go
Right.
all the way to the finals and then back out? Oh, I'm sorry. I think it's 3-0. There's one abort.
So Chicken will probably play knight at d3 to get the knight out of c5. If he can't get a queen, but he's wanting a queen to make crimson. And that's why Jacob is sitting.
Is
He'll
pawn
have to
is
defend
pawn
the
is
queen
pawn at
trade.
e2 an option?
Well, the problem is queen mates his partner. So 12 is threatening to take the queen.
Oh,
So
I
he's
see what
having
you're
to.
saying on that board.
Interesting. He's gonna force the queen trade by like knight g5 or something and queen f. So he did it that way. Okay.
And Chicken is up about 2 seconds. So J-Kid has to find a place for that queen. If he moves it away, then a knight or rook. I guess a knight would mate if he moves it away.
And then knight at d3 for Chicken
Right.
would force the knight.
Ooh, they're going
Okay,
for
I
the
guess I
rook.
see a
That's,
rook
yeah,
mating.
that's
Yeah.
another way of doing it. That was great coordination to see how you can change gears and go for a rook mate.
It looks like Katask might play.
Oh, thanks for the sub from Swell19. Really appreciate it.
If Katask and J-Kid partner, this could get really interesting.
It could.
For those who don't know, Katask is also one of the strongest bughouse players that exist.
Oh, and we have Katask. All right, so we're gonna
Yeah.
go back to 0.
What's up?
Hey.
I had to hop in. I was so excited.
Yeah, so unfortunately there's a bit of drama where one of the teams split up at the last minute. Gogo Burritos.
How is that drama?
J-Kid.
I mean, how is that bad news? Drama's good news.
Well, it's bad news in that we don't get to see the two teams play against each other who made it to the finals.
You know what's good news is Katask saved me from a life of pain.
He did.
Oh,
I mean, don't you already feel enough pain right now after just a few?
that is a good point. Why is Chicken so good? Like, why he doesn't need to be that good. He could just be like slightly less good. that would be fan flippin-tastic. But yeah, I think Katask might be my new favorite player solely for just playing instead of me. I'm curious to see what
I'm
Katask
not
is in.
sure if J-Kid has ever played with Katask, because Katask sort of
They-
retired
they-
right when J-Kid came back.
He has played Katask before, I think, in a very short informal match, but
Okay.
they've never played in a match like this.
Okay.
Oh man.
Oh, is this gonna mate? So bishop takes, queen takes, knight check, king to c8.
And knight 87 is mating.
Yeah.
So that means we have to go king d7 here as Chicken.
Well, king d7.
And that's-
You still have the knight check, and in fact, after that you have queen takes queen, bishop takes, and then knight at e7 still mates. So it's mate no matter what.
Yeah. Also, maybe queen takes e7 is a little more accurate. Oh, what happened? Oh, I didn't even see. I guess 12 just made it.
Oh, what happened?
12 had a mate, yeah.
But it looks so good on Katas board.
It did. It was good. That's what happens in bughouse. You get engrossed on one board, and then mate happens on the other board.
And it's not just the spectators; it's the players.
Hey,
too.
I feel like when I was playing, I didn't know what was happening on any of the boards. Like, it would have been nice for one move to like, oh, I understand what's happening here. It's like,
Wait, are Katask and J-Kid playing like in the chat? They're not in a call?
oh yeah, Katas doesn't usually play in call. He usually plays in
That's
chat.
true. Yeah, I forgot.
Katas,
Yeah.
I think part of that is Katas wants to stay incognito. He doesn't want anyone to know who he is.
Did you see that?
He has got in a
Katas
call
was
with Chicken before. I think Chicken might be the only one who's heard him.
I've called with him before.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Did you see that Katask was he appeared in my Crazy Ass lesson? Were you there?
Oh, nice. I didn't see that. No.
That was awesome.
And we have a Crazy House World Championship match coming up, by the way.
Yes.
And
can't
I don't know
wait
if
for
anyone in
that.
the call knows exactly when that is. I think it's sometime like.
I think it's the 22nd, the 24th, and the 30th.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's just 3 different days, and that's going to be a 12 team versus Opera Wiesen, I believe. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's 12 and upper. That should be
Jasugi 99 on Lee Chess, since that's where it's being played.
12 might have many names. Like some also know him as Cheesy
He's a
Bread.
man of many names.
JK probably the man of the most names.
That's true.
Yeah,
And they're
I'm
playing
sort of
so
wondering
fast.
when there will be another Crazy House World Championship on chess.com, because they had them for 2 years, I think, and I believe it's 2017 and 2018, or it might have been 2016, 2017. So they had them 2 years on chess.com, and then didn't have that. But I know they still support Crazy House, and there was a big prize fund there. So hope it happens again at some point.
Katas. Ooh. Chicken has accessed all of his no squares. Yeah,
No squares.
that was disgusting.
So the score is now 3-0 favoring Chicken and 12 team. But we've had some close games here. Like that first game where Katask had like mate in 3, and then 12 team pulled off the win on the other board. So it's closer than the scores
they're
may
definitely going to
indicate.
get on the board here.
No, they have to get on the board. No chance.
And I expect this to be relatively close also. Like, in terms of active players, these are probably the 4 best active players in the world. You can make an argument about like your Boris's. I guess like Kryn and Left are going to be in that conversation as well. But yeah, probably I think these are the 4 best active players right now.
I'm looking at the chess.com chat, and Katas said Queen D7 if you want to troll. I like that. I like to troll.
So in the Chess
Okay,
TV chat,
we're
there's
just
someone who's
stagnating
tried
here,
the bughouse rules command. I'm sorry, that only works in Twitch chat, but the rules are up in the in the layout. It'll cycle around and have the rules there, and you could also come on Twitch if you want to type the command there. Also in the chat, we have some follows, which I appreciate. Miss Fairy Queen says her headset died. Well, thank you for the commentary that you gave earlier. I hope you're able to recharge.
Oh, we have a sack sitting alert. Let's go, Chicken. Show me what you got. Ooh. Okay, it's such a luxury to partner Yannick because Chicken has not been playing fast. He's sacked and then he sat for some stuff, and they're down 1 second because 12 is still freaking fast. Like, okay, I think Chicken's gonna move here. Like, Shirley has respect for his opponent's speed. Now, what the move is interesting. Okay, so we're just thinking to find a tricky move, but now the knight's covering f7.
So
So
another
Nightmare
knight
is
would win
waiting
the
for like
queen.
F3. Yeah.
And there's that knight. He sacked the queen for
So
it, but I
do
mean
you
it
just
helps
move
his
the
position.
You kill King F1 here. If you're
I think
chicken.
I want to go King D1.
King
but
D1. Okay.
I
JDB
don't know if
has
there's too
pointed
much of a difference.
JDB has pointed out that Chicken and 12 Teen are the lower rated team, which is very unusual.
That is such a joke.
I mean, it's factually
Oh, he
true.
took first. Wow. I guess that's
Yeah,
okay.
so I was a little worried about the back end, but I guess pawn F7 would go King D8. Okay, so this is okay, this is nice. This looks hard for Katask.
Yep.
Knight. Oh, he says we're ignoring literally everything. He's telling you.
Oh, knight G5. Yeah.
He's going to use a
This
new
looks like
knight.
it's mating. He just takes?
What?
What?
I think that was. I just think it was. Yeah, it's mating for 12 team.
What? Oh
I'm
man,
not
these guys are
sure
just
this
out
queen
of
would
my
be there.
league.
He was feeding 12 there.
Apparently.
These guys. I would never feed there. I would just try and mate myself. That's the difference between Chicken and me. He's just the better partner.
Yeah, I mean, just to recognize that it's a team game and you don't have to.
Yeah, Chuck,
do all
you
the
never
work.
feed me like that. You always do the.
I know, I
checkmating
never,
thing.
I never do. I'm sorry.
Hey, that's also the difference between Chicken and me. I was not aware that 12 teams board existed. Like, oh yeah, we're mating here. It's like, oh wait, oh yeah, we have a partner. I forgot. Like,
JDB says, "Why did the chicken cross the road?" She sacks it.
Chuck, would you say that Chicken is like the greatest partner in like Bughouse?
I mean, I think so. There's definitely some people have differences of opinion, but I think he's just very versatile. Actually, I take that back. So back in the day, Who Am I was the best partner. Like he played like Chicken. He kind of has different modes, and one of his modes is partner helping. But Who Am I? Like all he did was just play for his partner. But Who Am
But I
I
don't
is
think that actually
long
is-
retired, so Chicken
like
probably the best modern one.
I think someone who like has the flexibility of Chicken is actually a better partner, because like if my partner is always playing for me and I'm not good at checkmating, that's pretty bad. Like if like
Don't get me
I'm
wrong.
better at
Who Am I can get some checkmates for sure. But he always prioritizes his partner first.
These games are so sharp. I miss greedy Pawn D3 Catastrophe. Give me that right away. Zero hesitation. Oh, I have missed you.
Yeah, and we see Gatas put like 5 stop signs in the chat. So Gatas' whole game is reliant upon not being muted on chess.com for spam. So, I mean, Kateska is mated.
Yes, but it was worth it. We got to take. I think it took 2 pawns. They're definitely worth it. Like you talk about
Wait,
the
is
modified
that
piece.
that sounds like Crimson Vortex as far as the voice, but the words sound like GSBC. So I'm not sure who I'm talking to here.
You'd think I would be flattered to have a GSVC comparison, but this is one of the low points of my career.
So yeah, for the chat, Who Am I was the fixed name of a guy who is a very good Bughouse player, super nice guy, and he's also a programmer, and he wrote the Thief interface, which is the most used Bughouse interface on the free internet chess server.
Wow, what a hero.
So, and it's an interesting story because he quit Bughouse. He decided that Bughouse was bad for your health. It was addictive and you play all the time. And like when he retired from Bughouse, he tried to like take everything with him. He's like, you guys are all ruining your lives. I regret that I wrote Thief. I'm enabling your addictions. So yeah.
To be fair, though, I think in general, like the atmosphere around Fig's Bughouse was probably just a lot more unhealthy in a lot of ways.
I mean, you might say that, but we've seen some of the unhealthy dynamics recently, even in just this tournament. The fact that we don't have the two of the finalists here together because of a disagreement, like that's
After
sort of.
this, you have to fill me in on the drama, like in a private call or something. You can't do that to me.
I don't even know that I know all the drama, but
no, you know the drama.
So Miss Fairy Queen asks, was Who Am I known as a chess player also? Honestly, he was more in the Gus McLean vein in that he was good at Bughouse without being super good at chess. But on the other hand, Who Am I? He was one of the first players that I heard talk about chess and Bughouse as an art form. So he said that he thought his chessboard just looked prettier and more beautiful if all of his pieces got involved. So he did not want to have any inactive pieces. He wanted to make them all active.
So he did not graduate from Saxon school.
He did not. Saxon. What do you mean school? Saxon University. He did not graduate from.
True. Yeah, he did not get all of his credits because, like, rule number 1 is pieces that are not in hand do not exist. Oh! Show me the degeneracy! Oh!
And Chicken wins the pre-move battle.
Oh.
Dude, you're too funny.
And I think I forgot to flip the scores before when they were on different sides. Sorry about that.
Are we on Chess TV?
We are on Chess TV.
Better tell Scary Snakes to cool it.
Oh, was there some profanity I missed there? Yeah, don't.
No, he
Okay.
was like moaning.
Oh, yeah. This is a family friendly show. Family friendly.
Oh wait, okay, sorry. I just get really excited when I see these players that are so fast getting flagged. Like, you don't understand.
I understand. Just try to contain your excitement.
All right, I got you. All right,
If I didn't point it out, Chuck wouldn't have even known.
I was engrossed in the game, not the commentary.
Well, Chuck, luckily I'm your best mod, and I'm always looking out for the purity of your channel. All right, Katas looks good here.
Katas, he says he mostly plays on voice, so he's used to that style, but he never talks, so that's kind of an odd thing to say.
Wait. I'm so confused.
Why don't they just get in on a call if they both would rather be talking to each other? Like, there's technology for that, and they both have it.
Yeah. That's what you do if you have small brain, but their brains are massive.
There's some weird moves going on.
Stephen John Weather, what do you mean the Zoom call? We love the people on the Zoom call.
What's Zoom call?
I don't know. When I like when I have partners on the Zoom call. We like seeing people.
Oh, surely Chicken's mating here now.
How is there not mating?
On mates? Okay, they're downtime, but hold on.
Is it possible Queen D2, Queen takes E2?
Oh, that's a flashy move right there. I like that. So it prevents the king from escaping.
Oh my god.
So contain yourself.
They're so good.
It is good. Ooh, he might be going for a draw here, though.
I don't think he's going for a draw.
Now he might be going for a loss.
We got some degeneracy. Oh! King actually mated in a time scramble?
Our score's now 8-1, favoring 12 Team Chicken.
Oh man, I'm having so much fun.
Rook at G1. Oh my gosh.
I'm having a blast here. By the way, Chuck.
What's up?
Chuck, are you there?
Yeah.
All right. So in terms of the other site, you know who runs the Discord, the house channel on the other site? Because they were looking at my games and I wanted to know who was looking.
Oh, I'm not sure. Maybe Lazy MD, or it
I
might
thought
be
it was
someone else.
Lazy, but I wasn't sure. I messaged the channel and they just sent me a smiley face.
Okay. Yeah, because Lazy goes in and out of retirement, but I saw him. He popped onto a Clearcast stream and saw him like playing in like a Crazy House arena, and he's like, "Hey, why don't you look at this game?" And he sent him a game where he was beating up on Zyzon for analysis. And Clearcast is like, "Oh, okay, I'll look at that." He looked at it, like, "Yeah, that's a pretty good win," and then he's like, "So, do you want to play?" and then Lazy actually got a few wins against Clearcast, which is quite hard because Clearcast is awesome at Crazy House.
He's really good. He's really good. Oh, pawn at e6, so nice.
Yeah, I guess Jacob's sitting for blocker here. Yeah, we got it. Yeah, pawn at b7 is sensible.
Oof, oof, oof.
So rook d8, we're gonna go knight takes, and I could see it. Oh, pawn at d3 though for chicken looks unpleasant.
I think Chicken has to
guess
save
it's
his rook first. I would play rook d8. That is not necessarily a threat. Now you could play pawn at d3.
Well,
he considers it a threat.
Was to just take off because like pawn at d3 after you take my pawn, I go knight takes, and you're still like 2 moves away from.
Yeah, that's true. Ooh.
Yeah.
Style. Queen, push the queen. Yeah.
That's okay. You can interpose.
Get the lady.
Yeah, but at some point, Katask is going to end up getting attacked, I think.
Yeah, that point might be right here, right now.
Well, now material doesn't matter. Like, we just have to not die. Oh, knight mates.
And that's made on the 12 team board.
Yeah, I don't think there was a move there because like we were trying to take on f8 and on c8. Oh my gosh, just yeah, that was nice.
And we had mentioned early in the match that like Chicken and 12 team were the low boards, but not anymore. If the low boards win enough games, they become the high boards. So Chicken and 12 team are on the upswing. In fact, I kind of want to go take a gander at the leaderboard to see.
I feel like we might go. How long are they just going to play to like? Are they just going to play as many games as they want?
Like in theory, they were going to play 50 games, but since we've had like a few different opponents, then maybe that's changed. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
so they're playing 1st to 10 for the exhibition. They might decide to keep going, but yeah, the match is 1st to 10.
Okay.
I guess the leaderboard hasn't updated right now because the leaderboard shows Jacob Jr. as number 2, even though he's rated lower than 12 team.
Whoa! And more importantly, Bug Hug Jr., son of the greatest Bughouse player who's ever lived.
That's true.
I've been logged off automatically.
Katask says, "Don't see your board." Has he been able to not see the board the whole time, or?
No, I'm almost certain he's been able to see the board for the match. He's like made suggestions for it.
Okay.
For Jacob to this point, though, Katask is also known for being able to play blindfolded Bughouse, which, like, how, why?
And by the way, we did earlier in the Bughouse World Championship. We did have some technical issues. So for example, I'm trying to remember his name. Golem from Fix.
I believe it was Fumitox.
Yeah, Fumitox. Fumitox. He played his whole match out and came really close to winning, and lost the match. And then said afterwards, "Oh, by the way, I couldn't see the board the whole time." And whereas other players said that on like game 1 and then aborted and came back.
I believe those players were in call at least though, because like it's still very hard because like you have to rely on your partner to communicate everything. But
yeah,
But it would be crazy to be able to like do this while also not being in call. So I assume J-Kid has mate here. I mean, I'm not good enough to find it, so I'll wait for him to do that. I found it. Pawn at D2, queen takes D2. Chicken also has
more than
mate,
one
but
mate.
they're downtime. Okay.
So the theory that it was. Oh wait. Oh, never mind.
Oh, good task with the scumbag anti-primo. I know that'll make you happy, Chuck.
I love to see the anti-primos. Pepsi Gaming says the viewers want a top 10 list. Unfortunately, the conditions for the top 10 list were not met. The conditions were that the two finalists, JK Jr. and Gogo Burritos, partner each other and play here.
There was like a reverse anti-pre-move also. Like Chicken played knight takes c3 and Kataska had pre-moved bishop at e5.
Pyro, we'd love to have you in the Discord call. We're in the house Discord server. Here's the link.
Oh, Mugwort. I didn't know Mugwort was here. Wow, everyone's
we
here.
got an all-star lineup for sure.
We have a ton of people. Oh.
However, though I won't give you a top 10 list, Pepsi, since you did make the top 4 of the.
Hey, sorry.
Yeah, can I yell at chat for a minute?
I will at least give you VIP.
Why are there so many strong players here? I had to play 5 games against this monster team. Why did this happen when all of you people are here? I'm so mad at each and every one of you.
Oh, I just want to give a shout out to my buddy Dalton, who's in the chat right now. What's up, Dalton? I hope you're.
Hey, Dalton, why didn't you play against 12 team? All right, tell me right now.
What's up, dude? What's up?
Yo. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you, Dalton. I apologize.
You meant to yell, dude. Come on.
Okay, do we have Pyro in the call yet?
Yeah, I didn't.
I made everything that I said, Dalton.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
What's going on?
We got some high house action going, huh?
Yeah.
That's what we like to see.
Okay, so I guess 12 team wants knight e6, which is why Kataska is sitting. Or we're gonna have another time scramble. This should be fun.
Yeah, but Kataska has checks though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Awesome.
baby.
Chicken is not long for this world.
Like every time there's a scramble, I'm excited to see them play, and then someone gets mated. Like,
I'm just excited because you all told me that, like, after I thought that this was like a 50 game series, you told me maybe it's the first to 10, and then we were at like 9-1, and we're getting like more and more wins from the other team. So we're prolonging the end of this series, which I love to see.
Strong. Maybe if we all peer pressure Kataski, will continue playing even after they reach 10.
Hope so.
We can only hope. Oh, that's
so
a nice
J-Kid wants the pawn. Oh, whoa. Oh yeah, that's interesting. So he stopped. The pawn thing wouldn't have worked because of the discovered check. So that was a good move on his part.
Tacticals.
Yeah, bishop at c6 also is like a nice move to cover a bit at the back.
I believe.
Problem now is Kataska getting chess.
So can you just take the bishop if you're 12 team? I guess you can.
So we're allowing pawn at g2. I don't know how good that rook was for Chicken. Kataska's done a nice job of surviving here, but like we're in a position where like Kataska's never made
he's safe now.
He's just down.
I don't know about safe.
Oh, he is safe plus solid, dude. Safe plus solid.
You may be covering like half of your screen. Do you see? He just promoted a queen.
That's irrelevant. We don't have all the queens you want. No biggie. Because Kataska's in trouble here. He's about to get chessmated.
Well, the problem is that there's like queen takes d2 is it there, and also queen at h3 because heavy is coming, and you can't defend both.
Yikes. See, who cares? We were safe plus solid. Had it the whole time.
GG's. Continue for me.
Please continue, please.
Just I'm rooting for whatever doesn't involve me playing more against this team.
Someone sub for me, Chuck.
Oh,
you
no.
heard 12. Get in there. Get
12
in
is
there.
leaving.
Chuck, go. You can hop right in.
Relapse, you shut your mouth. Relapse.
I don't understand why, like, all these players committed to 10 p.m. this day, 50 games, and then everyone's just failing.
I know. You know, Chuck, you and me, we could play like 100 games and just chill.
Play 1,000 games.
Chuck could play until his heart gives out from like lack of sleep. Okay,
Yeah.
he's the king of playing one more. He's just a wizard at that.
You don't understand. Playing against Chicken makes one game feel like 7.
That's true.
Your suffering lasts a lifetime.
I love playing against Chicken.
Good.
Only OTB though. Online, it's hard.
Relapse. We need to take this outside. I feel like we might have problems. Is what's happening?
I'm good.
So,
because you sound like you're not.
Incredible Blunder has asked which team is the Bughouse World Champion. So, basically, what happened is there were 4 finalists. There were 2 final teams. One team was 12 Team Chicken, and the other was JK Jr. Go-Go Burritos. And then, like, not many hours ago, like 5 hours ago or so, the JK Jr. and Go-Go Burritos said that they couldn't play with each other.
What?
And that, like, forfeited them. And so Chicken and 12 Team basically won by default. But we'd already scheduled that everyone was hyped up, so all the players still wanted to play. So we're sort of doing some exhibition matches, unfortunately. So 12 Team Chicken are the official winners, but it's not the way anyone wanted it to happen.
They're not the undisputed champions.
It looks like Chicken still wants to play. 12 Team is kind of done with the exhibition, I guess.
Too much Bughouse drama. I agree, Katask. It's too much.
Wait, Burrito says he wants to play now.
Ooh.
Yeah, the problem is that I don't think Burritos and J-Kid want to play with each other, but maybe
Okay.
we'll see J-Kid Katas versus Chicken Burritos or something like that.
Who's J-Kid from Fix? Was he on Fix?
Yeah, he's Blitz Bullet.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. He's
Yes.
like 2,500.
Yeah, so J-Kid has been playing for many years. He took some time off from Bughouse in high school and part of college. But even when he took the time off from Bughouse, he was still playing a lot of Crazy House. But he's returned, and amusingly, he actually, like, if you look at the top 20 list of players, like, not only is he like number 2, but he's like actually I have the list pulled up. Let's see. He's number 2, number 3, number is he number 9? I'm not sure if he's number 9. That might be someone else. No, he's number 18. he's
number 7, 11, and 12.
Oh yeah, he's definitely number 10. Like
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, somebody also forgot about his actual account.
Yeah, so like the top 20 list is like a quarter Blissful.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he's a good player then.
Yeah.
So it's cool. I like to say I'm technically ranked 50, but once you subtract all of J-Kid's alts, I'm actually the number 5 ranked player.
But basically, if you look at the top 5 players on the leaderboard, number 4 is 12 Teen, number 5 is Katask, who just subbed in. Number 2 and number 3 are both J-Kid Jr. And number 1 is a cheater who basically simuled with a 100 sandbagged account. So yeah, realistically, if we take out the cheater, then like 2 of the top 4 are Jacob Jr.
Interesting. Does Hi Dude from Fix play at all?
He does. He's in the chat actually. That's JDB, John D. Bryant.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Trying to think who else would like be really good to have in this series. I wish J Killer still played.
J Killer doesn't play as often. His chess.com is Killer Bees on Attack. But he got busy with family stuff. He still loves Bughouse, but he finds it easier to play Crazy House than Bughouse just because he doesn't have to like find a partner, and he's not hurting anyone by like leaving after a game or two if something comes up.
Right. I still remember the Florida gathering in, what was it? I think it was like 2010 where we rented that beach house. That was fun. We had like, gosh, we had so many people. We had like Little Wheezy.
Oh yeah, we had a ton of people. But you reminded me of a story since you brought up J Killer, who is like a really strong player. J Killer was at a Bughouse gathering that he organized. We were in Florida, and like he lived in Florida. His wife was having a kid. At one point he was like, "Guys, I gotta go." We're like, "Oh, what's going on?" It's like, "My wife's having a kid. I gotta go be with her to have the kid." So he leaves. Like 8 hours later, he comes back, and we're like, well, "What are you doing back?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I think my wife's got this. Let's play some Bughouse." And he just hung out with us for the rest of the weekend.
That was fun.
Not surprisingly, that marriage did not necessarily last, but
My wife.
He had his priorities straight.
But he did have his priorities straight, and hopefully he's raising a few more Bughouse players.
That was pretty great.
Yes. Did I remember when we were like playing like board games and like whatever happened to Ecarf? Like didn't he live in like New York or something?
Yeah, he lived in New York. He moved to Israel. I'm not sure if he moved back or if he's still in Israel. But he took some time off from Bughouse. He did play in the Berlin gathering.
Okay.
And he comes back intermittently, but not very often.
Got it. Huh. Trying to think.
But Ecarf has like an interesting style because like a lot of players play Bughouse the same, but Ecarf is one of the few players that is relatively slow and still makes it work because his moves are so strong.
Yeah, he sacks a lot though. He plays knight f6 d5 and then sacks. Okay,
now I have to figure out if I was following 12-teen or chicken because I want to make sure this matches. I'm still watching it. I was following chicken. Yeah, so I think we're good.
Yeah, I need to do that too. Hold on. Let's see. We also had
earlier games.
Little Wheezy was there. We had Indian Reaper.
Yeah, so Reaper apparently still plays a lot, but he plays when I'm sleeping. I never get to see him play.
Yeah, I haven't seen him play ever. I'm up to like the wee hours in the morning.
Yeah,
so
I'm a night owl.
Yeah, me too. So you must play at weird hours.
Let me check the Discord, see if they're saying anything.
Okay, whoever.
It looks like they're talking chicken and relapse versus blitz bullet and scary snakes. Let's see if that materializes.
Are we gonna have any interviews?
I would love to have interviews. It's kind of hard to have an interview about the finals when it like wasn't really the finals. But yeah, I mean we can. Okay, Tass seems like he's offering to simul.
Wow.
I just want to see some Bughouse. Honestly, I'm sort of going into withdrawal. It's been what, like 5 minutes? I didn't even remember.
Minutes.
I don't remember what Bughouse is like. It's been so long ago. The viewers are getting restless. So, I mean, I am still following Chicken. Okay, Chicken says, let me unpartner. Oh, maybe he has to unpartner 12 team first to make this happen. Oh, yeah, okay. So Chicken's going to unpartner 12 team and partner someone else. Katask is saying he had 2,500 blindfolded. That's amazing.
That's okay. So he just aborted a chess game.
Yeah, that's. I might have to delete the VOD because I don't like having chess infecting my stream here.
Right, bughouse only.
Chuck, I'm so happy. I peaked in my backgammon site that I play on. So I'm climbing the ranks.
Are backgammon rate-ins, do they work like chess rate-ins? Or does
they do.
Okay.
They do. So basically, because backgammon's sort of like there's a little bit of luck involved with the dice. In order to gain rating, you have to like play moves like recommended by the computer, and you have to win the match. If you don't do both, you don't get rating.
Oh, here we go, guys. Yes.
Here we go. All right, let me go to it.
I think the most frustrating opening to play against is this Fianchettoed opening as white.
Yeah, I never know how to get in after J-Kid does this or Ken does this. Whenever I see it, I try to prevent it from happening by attacking early.
Yeah, but like back when like we played on Fix, like nobody played this opening.
Right.
It wasn't a.
This is a new thing.
That's because this is a good crazy house opening, and then it just turns out that it's solid and as well.
Yeah, I mean the basic idea is you play a few moves to get your king safe forever, and then once your king is safe forever, you can just launch your attack.
Right. White one. See, there you go.
Okay, I need to update these scores.
All right, my roommate's Discord's not working, so I have to help him fix it, but I will be right back.
Okay, good luck with that.
Okay.
Oh, Pepsi is saying that he partnered Katask and played against King Switcher and Liger and had to tell Katask his position.
I remember when Chicken did a blind account on Fix and he was higher than like most people's regular account.
Yeah, it would be higher than me for sure.
It's like,
yeah, I mean, I have some. I have some chicken stories too. Not necessarily blind chicken, but another thing we did at the Florida gathering is we got frustrated. We got a little tired of playing over the board and wanted to play some online, but there weren't enough computers to go around. So
true.
So I jokingly whipped out my phone and I'm like, I got a phone. We can play from my phone. And this was, mind you, this was what, like 10 years ago, or not quite 10 years. So we're not talking
it was 2010.
Very smart phones here. So when I said I have a phone, there wasn't really a chess interface that worked well. I was talking like Telnet and you can type in your moves. And, So Chicken was like, great idea, let's go. And so I partnered Chicken and I was typing in my moves and it just wasn't going that well because I could get in basically like 5 moves before I was flagged. And so Chicken lost like 100 points, partner to me, playing on a phone, typing in my move. But the greatest part about it was Chicken was not at all discouraged. Chicken said, okay, this is a strategic problem, and the solution is that he should be on the phone and I should be on the computer. So I gave Chicken my phone. And Chicken was typing in the moves. And Chicken did a lot better than me. Chicken could rattle off 15 moves before he was flagged. But we lost another 100 points, and then we called it a day.
No, it's fun. I remember there was it was like day 3 or something, and like Little Wheezy comes, like, I don't know where he was at, like, but he and X Shine were like out drinking somewhere. They come home drunk, and they're like, they wake me up, like it's like 3:30 in the morning, and he's like, hey, do you want to play Drunken Bughouse? And I of course say yes, like, because that's what we're there for. And so it was me, Chris, Firefly, and J Killer, and we woke up like at 3:30 in the morning to play Bughouse, like. And then I remember I brought a very like crappy like 2006 laptop that could barely even run Fix, much less, like Microsoft Word. And I was streaming it to, like, I guess it was before Twitch. It was like own.3D at the time.
Oh, but that's interesting. Like, one of the earliest Bughouse streams on Twitch, like, we didn't understand what live streaming was, but Outrun You was streaming the Florida Gathering to Justin TV, which was the precursor to Twitch. I've been on a Bughouse stream like years before anyone knew what Twitch was, because Twitch didn't really exist back then.
Yeah, I remember that. He recorded that from his phone. We had like the tables outside next to the pool. We had like, we had Horko there too. I remember that now. Yeah. Didn't he break his finger too?
There were a lot of crazy things that happened. Yeah.
I think that was like at the peak of Bughouse, honestly.
I don't think Bughouse has peaked yet. I think we need to have more Florida gatherings though. Those were a ton of fun.
Oh, I live in Florida. I'll host.
Exactly. Let's make it happen. What we would generally do is we would just
I'm down.
We would just we would rent like a house that had, I don't know, like 5 bedrooms or something like that. And then we would each throw in like $100 or $200 for the week, and we would put several people in a room. We would put people on floors with sleeping bags. We would just put people in there like sardines. Usually we could fit like 10 or 20 people in a house, and we just played Bug for a week.
Yeah, we even sold like the couches too. Like,
I was so looking forward to the World Open, Chuck.
I know. We'll make it happen.
I really cried when all this stuff went down. I was so sad. So unfortunate.
So Ortemis laughing out loud said, last time it came to channel, it had not many viewers. Yeah, we're on an embed on chess.com right now, so that's where a lot of the viewers are coming from.
I'd come to a Florida gathering. Dalton, you live in Florida.
So Ray Robson says, not seeing your partner's position is a big disadvantage. It is. It can be made up for with really good communication. And I remember on the free internet chess server, there was either a feature or a bug, I don't know what you would call it, where you could play private games where people couldn't see those games. And if you were playing a private Bughouse game, then your partner could not see your board. And so, like, no one would play that in general because you want to be able to see your partner's board. But I played against a player with like a low-rated partner who was convinced that I was feeding all of the moves to my partner, and he was like, I'm going to mitigate that. We'll just play private, and then you can't feed your partner any moves. But I wasn't actually feeding my partner's moves. I was just like communicating and winning pieces. So it like didn't make any difference at all not seeing his board. And I think we won even more since he couldn't see his partner's board, and it didn't matter for me.
I wish chess.com had the same interface Fix did, because like I feel like the communication is just not the same.
I think chess.com needs to make communication better for sure, but
Yeah.
I really like the chess.com interface as far as the pieces and moving the pieces and the fact that you can play on the web. You don't have to have a special interface you download. Like all of that I like.
I mean, I wish I could play on chess.com on the Fix like interface just because I'm so used to it, you know.
A lot of people said that, but then you sort of get used to the chess.com interface.
I mean, the only good thing is like the multi pre-move, which like I feel like it changed Bughouse because that wasn't a thing on Fix, you know? Like if you were fast on Fix, it just meant you were fast. Like now you can just click, 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 and it just does it. I don't know. What about Y Scorpion? Does he still play?
He does. I forget what his handle is off the top of my head. Thanks for the follow.
Okay. I liked Y Scorpion. He is a pretty strong player.
Pepsi, is that? Do you mean anti-chess or is that atomic chess?
No, anti-chess. I asked him about
anti-chess. I put that in like your card here of like with what you're doing. It looked like maybe I misinterpreted it, but I looked at it looked like there were two different rounds of candidates, and like the top ones progressed, and it looked like you weren't in those top few. So I sort of looked and figured out what your ranking was, and I listed that here.
What's anti-chess?
Anti-chess is otherwise known as suicide or giveaway.
Oh, okay. They changed the name.
Yeah, it has a bunch of different names.
It does.
Got it.
I should probably. I wonder if I should unretire
from anti-chess.
Yeah, I don't know.
So by the way, chess.com recently got anti-chess. And
they got anti-chess?
They did.
Serious?
I'm serious. And it happened basically. There are a lot of variants that are being implemented on. Or wait, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they got atomic. I'm sure they got atomic. I'm sure they got atomic, and I think they got anti-chess too, or if not, it's being implemented.
They don't.
But the thing is, these variants are being implemented. It's interesting on top of the 4-player chess interface, because the 4-player chess interface is more versatile and allows for these sorts of things the way it was programmed. So they just programmed the 4-player chess interface and then put an 8x8 board there, and it works out like normal anti-chess, atomic, etc. What I'd really like to see that I don't think any sites have that I'm aware of, or any major sites at least, is progressive, which is like white makes 1 move, black makes 2 moves, white makes 3 moves, black makes 4 moves. And that's a really fun and popular variant. Yeah, we played that at the Bughouse Scout, and J Killer was quite good. But there are sites out there with some other things like Grand Chess. I hope chess.com gets that pretty soon.
Yeah, Grand Chess.
Because there are definitely fairy pieces already. So Grand Chess is played on, I believe it's a 10x10 board, and it has extra pieces, including combining a knight with a bishop and combining a knight with a rook.
What?
Yeah. So those are called fairy pieces, like pieces that are different from the normal chess move pieces. And those are already implemented on chess.com in the 4-player chess site, which makes it versatile and easy to create fairy variants for chess.com. Wow. So we're going to see like a lot more of that. Exactly. Miss Fairy Queen is excited in the chat. Incredible Blunder wants 10 cubed. I don't know about cube. Chess.com has like 5D chess, which I don't really understand and I've never played it, but that seems like a bridge too far for me, a little too wacky. But I do like the fairy pieces in general. I used to play a lot more variants. So like at one point I was an editor for chessvariants.org, I think it was, which we would just have an encyclopedia variance. As I played like magnetic was one, and which when you move the piece, it would take all the pieces in the row in the file and just like draw them towards you. There's like a lot of weird variants out there that
that
I played for. And like every time someone would like mention new variant to me, I'd be like, awesome, let's try it. But nowadays I'm more focused. No, I'm not an editor anymore, but I used to be. I think I'm still listed there as emeritus or whatever you'd call it. GP Bear saying Terra Chess is on a 16 by 16 board. Yeah, fairy and shogi pieces. So yeah, that was Swold. That was why I was asking you actually about. Oh, I should update the scores. I'm way off here. That's why I was asking you about how backgammon worked, because I know I think shogi and go are a little differently. Like, isn't there one where it's like 5 dan or something like that is like a raiden?
That's shogi.
That's shogi, yeah.
Yeah.
That's same for Go though. Go has like you have a rating in Go, but the lower your rating, the better you are. And then once you get to like pro level, then the lowest level of pro is 1 dan, and then 9 dan's the highest.
Yeah, it's the same with Go, I think too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I suck
Ladi,
at shogis.
yeah, I've never really played shogi.
Shogi's fun. I
So
played a little bit of shogi.
Shogi is pretty cool. There's a player named Bughouse player named Oniguri Samurai who's also quite good at shogi, and I think he won.
Shin, I love him.
Yeah, Shinsaku. Yeah, he's awesome. And
He's so
Shinsaku, he's
funny.
also hilarious. Yeah, he's fun to play with.
He's so funny. He was actually he graduated the same year I did, and so he was always at the nationals, and he always played bughouse at nationals, and me and my brother always would tie him. We'd get second. We'd go like 11-1, and then he would get first, going 11-1, because we'd like split games with him. But I think he's one of the funniest players I've ever played bughouse with.
Yeah, for sure. And playing with him over the board was fun because he was lampooning everyone who would play. He liked to call it fast plus furious, where you would just play as fast as possible. And when players play fast plus furious over the board, it's not like online where the interface sets everything up for you. When you're playing fast plus furious over board, you are knocking over pieces and making illegal moves all the time. So instead of like playing to that level, he would just do the opposite, and he called it gentleman style. He called it gentleman style, where he would play like really slowly, and he would always make sure that the piece was like centered on the square, perfectly centered. Yeah. And if it ever wasn't perfectly centered, it'd be like, okay, I resign. I'm sorry, I've dishonored the game.
That's so funny. Did he ever play the variation with you where so he taught me this at one of the nationals like in 2008. It's actually funny because I think I met Chuck like when I was like in 2005 when I was younger and I didn't know it. But anyway, there was one that Shen taught me where you play bughouse on one board. So you take like the H and E file is one game, and then the D through A file is another game.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And your pieces, so pieces from the E to the D file can't cross.
Okay.
And then you play, and it's is crazy. We used to play with Silent Scope, and he was pretty good too. I wonder whatever happened to him.
He's just working. He has a handle on chess.com, but he doesn't play very often.
Oh, okay.
So this is Nightmates for Relapse. And Relapse is uptime. Oh, that gives him another square to move to, but he still has queen takes knight after that. The knight is still good. Yeah, he's considering bishop takes, rook takes, and then waiting for the knight. Oh, okay. Yeah, now it's getting a little bit hard for Relapse if he doesn't get pieces. Now knight at g3 is still good, followed by rook takes, and then this rook would hang. Relapse's position is not great if he doesn't come now.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Look at that king. Wow.
Wow.
That reminds me of King Walker. Just goes on a king walk. Who was do you remember who was the guy who always yelled check? Was that King Walker?
That was
He'd
King
go,
Walker.
Check? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, King Walker, first of all, I really like his style, and I aspire to be like him, just eat all the pieces. But the King Walker, he would try to make as many chess moves as possible, and he would defend and would just walk around eating pieces. And, you know, if pieces traded evenly and he wasn't dropping pieces on the board and his opponent was, then, like, as long as he was reasonably safe and was winning pieces, eventually he would end up with, like, an even endgame position, except he had 15 pieces to drop. And then all of a sudden he'd be like, my turn, in like a thick Spanish accent. And whenever he would drop a piece on the board, he would yell check, but I'm not going to like hurt your ears by doing it, but it would be like just loud shriek that like everyone,
really
like there'd be like several bughouse games going, and people from across the room would have to like cover their ears whenever he would start checking. But he wanted to make you to fear his checks by making them hurt the ears.
Ah, man, good times. I'm trying to remember.
So Rajas Jane says, is Helms not playing? She did not play in the Bughouse World Championship, and she kind of regretted. She said that she didn't know it was going on. And she would have liked to play with it, but she hasn't played Bughouse in a while. She's kind of stepped back from the game. Now she's streaming Fortnite a lot. Ladi Doll asks, who's the best Bughouse player in the world? A lot of people say that 12teen is the best, but there can be an argument made for some other people, like Katask is pretty good, JK Jr. is pretty good, Chicken's pretty good.
Yeah, it just comes down to like the day, you know, because sometimes you have good days, sometimes you have bad days.
Yeah, but 12teen is so consistent. Like, I feel like he's like always at the top.
Who's 12teen from Fix? Is that Cheesy Bread?
That's Cheesy Bread, yeah.
Yeah. 12teen's always been very high rated.
I mean, not always. I mean, 12teen has mentioned that, you know, I mean, he started off as like a 1400, and he still remembers what players would partner him when he was 1400, and which players were, you know, the two, I don't know what the word is, elitists to partner him at 1400.
Chuck, that was like you with me. I was like 1200, and you were the only one that wanted to play with me.
I don't think that's true. I mean, there's a lot of places out there where people will partner you if you just like join the Discord server, or you reach out to people. I'm willing to partner anyone, and there's a lot of other people willing to do that too. But sometimes you have to search a little to find those people.
You and Jarl were like always the best. I always thought.
Yeah, Jarl's great. Sure.
Good times. Yeah, I partner anybody. I mean, Chuck does that too. Like, Chuck will partner literally anybody just because he wants to play. Like, he doesn't care about ratings at all.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't care about rating though I do get frustrated when people spam me with partnership requests and then like say they're not willing to be on voice, because voice chat is. I mean, my first 10 years or more, I would always. Like, voice wasn't even a thing, but it was, you know, in the Stone Age before they invented voices. That's when I played Bughouse. But
right,
now that they've invented voices, I feel like voices are a good thing to use.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. I feel like J-Kid missed a really good line here. I thought he was supposed to sack the queen, take the bishop, and then go knight f4. Or has that line since changed since I played? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I think he. Oh, I thought he would sack the knight on g7 there.
Not in this specific position. It's like few moves back, but like I know in in Crazy
That's
House,
a free
it's
rook,
a forced win for black. Oh, that is a free rook. Oof. It's a free rook. Yikes.
Yeah, but I think it
then
was.
You get your queen tempoed, and I mean, black's safe plus solid.
I would take the pawn here actually rather than the rook.
Yes, I would too. But you're down 4 seconds. You have no diags.
Does he need a diag? Is knight at h5 a thing if he takes with king? If he takes with rook, you could just take the other rook. You just want to keep that king unstable and off balance.
True. Oh, yeah. Okay, chicken's up a few seconds actually. Interesting. This is actually a semi-close match, which I like.
Yeah,
If you're Vortex, are you gonna like? What are you playing here? H4? Or are you just? I don't know what you would play. Yeah, that's the only move that made sense.
Hey, bow me on the line. Yeah, so Xanther, Jacob Jr. is Blitz Bullet. Thanks for the follow.
Oh, look at that queen. Look at queen e6. What a move.
Yeah, and he can't take that because it's mate.
Yeah, you remember this? This is another story that I think you taught me or something, where like you would do something like queen e6, and then you'd be like your partner would be like, oh, no queen, it mates me. So your partner would like
for sure
take it, and then you drop the knight mate. You trick them into taking it. You're like, wait,
yeah,
no, there's it mates me.
There's like a whole nother level of strategy if your opponents can hear what you say, and you can like play imposter by like saying things that aren't true.
Oh, so good. Yeah, that's OTB only though. But yeah, you're like one of the first people to do it. And that drove me like I feel like I gained a 6-pack from laughing so hard for that.
I won so many games like that.
Yeah, I know you have. And then I saw it. I'm like, this is genius. It's like, why have I not thought of this?
Oof, man, chicken is so nasty.
Well, if black has like another rook he can mate, maybe.
That's such a committal statement. If black has another piece he can mate, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. You could try knight h3. And then he needs
a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he needs a few dudes. But that's like his only try unless he wants to just drop the queen, I guess. Rip partner.
Well, that's another level of over the board strategy that's different from online, which is over the board, a lot of times, instead of having the perfect number of people, like say 4 or 8 or whatever, there would be an odd number. Like there would be 5 people. So if there's 5 people, there's 4 people playing and there's 1 person not playing. And normally what you would do is you would alternate the player who's out. So whoever lost the game, whoever was checkmated, would have to stand up, and then the 5th player would go in to replace him. So everyone would get to play that way. But it changes the strategy, because if you have single riser, where if you lose, you're out, then
you mate your partner.
Right. It's like whether you win or lose doesn't. Whether your team wins or lose doesn't so much matter as you as an individual not losing. So it can be to your benefit to checkmate your partner rather than like taking a risk to try to mate your opponent. So there's single riser strategy is often seen over the board bughouse, where you would give a piece that mates your partner.
Oh man. Oh, those were good times. We remember, I don't know if we did this in Florida. I think we did, where we played Waterfall Bughouse, where we had like 3 or like 4 boards.
I've never heard it called Waterfall, but yeah, I've played 3-board bughouse, I've played 4-board bughouse, I've played 5-board bughouse. Yeah, so if you have an odd number like 3 or 5-board bughouse, then basically the players in the center have more high flow games and the players on the ends have more low flow games. And usually you play that you have to win a majority of the games. So it's not just the first mate or flag ends it. It's like if it's 3-board, you have to win 2 out of 3 of the boards.
Right.
Right. And sometimes, like the high board, sometimes we would play that the high board has to pass it to one side, and that commits that piece going there. And sometimes we play that they could hold it in the middle and then decide later who it goes to. So there's 2 ways to do that. And then with
Or
floorboard,
everybody passes to the right.
with
and
floorboard bughouse, you'd pass pieces like clockwise. So they would go like different directions, whether you're in the center of the circle or the outside of the circle.
Yep, those were good times. Man, there's just so much crazy stuff that you can do with bughouse.
Yeah. Hey, Dankite. Thanks for watching.
We played, J Killer and I actually came up with a stupid variant where every piece besides the king is a queen. And you'd play bughouse that way.
This mates. Knight takes pawn, deflects the queen.
Oh, yeah, nice find.
Oh, I should update the scores. Let's see, what do we have? 8-6.
8-6, yep.
And chicken is on bottom.
Ooh. What is knight at d6? Yeah, that's... seems suspect.
Yeah, the queen guards
Whatever
a lot of this stuff. Oh, queen sack would be fun. The move before queen takes h2 could have been a move.
Yeah, that would have been spicy. Well, I feel like his queen on f2 protects a lot. Whatever happened to Wanksta? Does he still play at bughouse?
I don't. That I'm not sure of. I don't know whether he plays and has his chess.com handle or not. Like he may be one of these people who I don't know who he is. He does pop by my Twitch channel every now and then, and he always confuses people because his Twitch handle is Venomous1983. But there was a bughouse player called Venomous. So whenever Venomous1983 stops playing bughouse, they're like, "Oh, that's Venomous, right?" And like, no, that's Wanksta.
That's funny. Chicken with the nice. So are they not in voice chat? Because it seems like they're typing a lot.
That's a good question. If they were in voice chat, it would be like in this Discord server. So we okay. In Bughouse Team 1, we have Blitz Bullet and Scary Snakes, so they're in a voice call. I don't think Chicken is in a voice call with his partner.
That's so
unless
crazy
they call directly.
Oh, okay, yeah, like their own call, yeah.
But I don't think because Chicken is saying I sack, and like if they're not in a voice call, you would expect them to use the buttons, but you would not expect them to like type out long phrases.
Right. Oh, my roommate's coming in. Yo, what's up? Yeah, go ahead.
So do you and your brother both still play Bughouse, or are you mostly retired?
Give me 1 second. My roommate just came in. 1 sec.
Hey, Dankite. Yeah, I don't get a lot of money from Twitch, but fun times though.
You get more money than me though, Chuck. That you can feel happy about that.
It's not about the money. I want to get Twitch partner at some point, and it's tough to get.
No, you got it. You got it. It's easy.
Oh, so I learned something new recently, which would affects you, I think. On Streamlabs, like there's like a leaderboard of donations through like Streamlabs, but below that there's a link to clips of donations, and Streamlabs apparently automatically clips it whenever someone donates, so you can go and watch all of those clips. And those aren't like Twitch clips. So like even if you like delete a clip. So we could go to Streamlabs and probably find the Swole gets $1,500 for a new computer clip there.
Well, the thing is, my computer was so laggy. It's not even worth like finding that. No, I think I still have my original clips though, Chuck. I don't think.
Oh, is my follow animation not working? What? No, it's working. Or I see. I don't have like an animation. I just have the text. I have a friend who's actually a professional animator that is making me animations, but he's just super busy, so I don't know when those will be done. But
Rook F8,
maybe in the new
classy
year,
move.
we'll see. Yeah, that's a pretty strong move. That's a free queen. Queen d7.
No, that is pretty cool.
Oh wow! Now new queen at yeah.
Oh, you
He's
know what,
dead.
Chuck? That would actually be funny for like my birthday streams when I was drunk, and I got some donations.
You can find all of that.
Those would be fun. Okay, so this is just mate, right? Queen takes.
Yeah,
Queen
think like I
H5.
said, I got some animations coming. This isn't really. I don't really like the random GIF sort of animations. What I like is like the big channels have like custom animations. Like if you go to Miskiff stream, for example, it's like a bunch of hatching eggs, which is like his egg motif, and I think that sort of thing is pretty cool to go with the motif of your channel. So my embed is probably over right now, so our viewers will start to plummet, but we still should have a few hundred at least.
Oh man, Chuck, I better leave the call. The only reason I joined was because
Of course, you just came for the clout.
If anyone knew me, you knew that's not true. No, I love the bughouse though. I think it's great. Gotta spice your bio. What's your bio, Chuck? I love Chuck's bio. His bio is good.
My bio
What?
is actually. I was thinking of shortening it because I have a lot of detailed panels, which I like when I go to other people's streams. I like reading more about them and having like a lot of information. But most people don't. Most people just have like a donation link and that's it. Especially if you look at the partner streamers, like the big ones, they have like no information there. So I probably have too much info.
You gotta. You know what? If I were to pay you, can you fix my bio for me?
What's wrong with your bio?
No, I have nothing on my bio. Oh my! I don't even want to look at my bio right now.
Huh.
I'll do it.
Oh shoot! I think I'm like behind in the updating these scores again. Because it's not automatic. Let's see. We're at what 10-7.
Oh my god! I have like 4 tiny little panels, and that's
chicken
it.
is on top.
My about me is literally like 10 words.
Yeah, so like I wanted to have sort of a leaderboard where people could go and see like the bits and stuff, and I wanted people to know what they would get when they subscribe, when they give bits, as far as the emotes they could get. So I'm trying to give people information, but that's like really unusual. Most what was Bishop F5? I guess that was a bad free move. Surprised we haven't seen Queen E7 yet. Okay, there it is. This is Dan Kite, you don't have to watch. This is a VOD. Good luck on your tests.
You have 3 tests tomorrow. Yikes.
Dan Kite doesn't have a bio. Yeah, like bio isn't necessary. I mean, I have some like accomplishments that I'm proud of that I kind of wanted to highlight, but I mean, maybe I shouldn't be flexing.
I should get rid of my donate panel. It feels desperate.
Yeah, honestly, so I'm kind of embarrassed. Like, I got medium-sized at least donation, and then my PayPal wasn't working, so it was like refunded. I felt bad about that. Like two donations, in fact, were refunded. Now I got that working again. I mean, let's see. 12 is on bottom.
I always feel bad when people donate. I'm like, why are you giving away your money for no reason?
Yeah, I don't care that much about donations. I'd rather get like gifted subs, honestly, just because I want to get Twitch partner, and I think that they will look at the amount of subs, and that it helps to have a bunch of subs to get Twitch partner. But I don't know.
You know, I'd rather just get viewers. I like
Yeah. Oh,
people to
me
know
too, for
people.
sure. And
Sorry,
well,
I'm back.
the most important thing is followers, honestly.
No, but honestly, having like the League Chess front page is really great. I get like 20 viewers every stream almost, and I get people like asking me questions and talking to me. That's very nice.
Yeah, so chess.com actually has a problem with their embed, which, like, I'm a programmer, so I figured out the problem and I told them, and like I've been getting crazy amounts of viewers in the middle of the night. So Dan Kite asks, why do you stream in the middle of the night? And the answer is to get more viewers on chess.com, just because the way the embed works on chess.com is it's a revolving embed to all the partner streamers. And it's like every 10 minutes, it'll randomly pick another partner streamer. And in the middle of the day, there's like 20 people streaming. So you have like a 1 in 20 chance. In the middle of the night, there's like 3 people streaming. So you have a 1 in 3 chance. So my chances are much better in the middle of the night. So I get a lot more viewers. And in addition, Chess TV, it's only available in the middle of the night, basically, unless you're really lucky. So I like begged for this slot just because I thought we were having a really fun finals. Didn't quite work out that way, but yeah. So it's a lot easier to get the times in the middle of the night. Plus, I'm a night owl, so I don't mind. Everyone else is asleep.
Right. Yeah, sorry, you said you were asking me about my brother, right? When my roommate came in,
Yeah. Gold Knight. Does he still play the chess in the bughouse, or has he went another direction, or what?
Yeah, he doesn't play as like ever. He bought a membership to chess.com, but he just does it for like tactics and plays, chess. He doesn't
Tactics
really play
are fun,
bug.
though. Does he do like the puzzle rush, puzzle battle stuff?
Yeah, exactly. Like he'll do puzzle rush and tactics and stuff. So he's pretty good at that. But yeah, bughouse.
Does he play Among Us, or are you the only one who plays Among Us?
Yeah, actually, I rent a house right now with my brother,
nice,
and we have like 4. We have 4 people living here. We all 4 play Among Us. But yeah, I love Among Us. I actually, it's funny because I play Among Us on my phone, and everybody else plays on their computer. So
first of all, you should play on your computer. But that was pretty funny when I saw you playing Among Us on Zephcat's stream. And I gifted you a sub, and you said that was a 5-head strategy so that you didn't use your sub on her and you would use it on me.
That's why I used it on you, because I was like, yeah, I had to use it on Chuck. He's just, we're all in the Stone Ages, but Chuck's thinking 19 moves ahead by gifting subs so people save their primes for him, It was like, oh. But yeah, I like Among Us, actually. I wish Among Us was out when we had because like remember our bughouse group like back then, like in 2010 2011, like we used to like get on Skype and play like
yeah, so that's why I started streaming, just because like we would be on Skype all the time, hanging out and chatting and playing anyway, and I was like,
yeah,
why don't I just like broadcast this for more viewers, because I get to leech off of all of you giving me content. So
I'm a content machine.
Exactly.
Oh man.
Dan Kite, all you need to do is stream more. I mean, I didn't start out with a bunch of viewers. I've streamed for a while and built up a community. So and I've been lucky for sure to get like connections with chess.com, but I mean, anyone has opportunities. Like there are, I've seen a bunch of, for example, I've seen a bunch of girl chess players who didn't start off knowing anything about chess and have gotten better at chess and developed like big followings just by streaming chess. Like Bubble Art started off as, I mean, Bubble Art's been streaming for a year, and in like 1 year, like right near her 1 year anniversary, she broke 1,000 at her rating, which is not that spectacular at chess, but she gets like 20 to 40 viewers now. And is continuing to improve.
Yeah,
because people don't just look for like the best player at a game; they look for someone who's entertaining, and she's entertaining and has built a good community.
In fact, sometimes it's if you're a stronger player, some people feel like just like disassociated in a way sometimes. But
Yeah,
no,
sometimes if you're too strong, it's like it feels like I don't know, out of touch. Like you can't identify with what you're seeing.
No, with me, so I'm not really a successful streamer by any means, mostly because I don't really feel like I put in the work, which is totally fine. Not everyone wants to do that. But what I did is that I was like a viewer in like a ton of channels. Like if you like go like if you like talk to like a lot of streamers, a lot of chess streamers, like a lot of them know me because I'm in a lot of their chats a lot of the time. I still consider myself more of like a viewer than a streamer.
Yeah, I mean, you're like one of like the longest chess bro subs out there.
I am, yeah.
Dan Kite, the point wasn't chess. Like chess is an opportunity, but it doesn't have to be chess. Huge raid. Thank you very much for the raid from Nonami. I really appreciate it. Let me give him a shout out. Is that a her? I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with. Now I feel like I've misgendered, and I apologize.
Wow, in 2020. In 2020.
Now I gotta click on my own link and go check out the stream here.
You're gonna get executed now. No, I'm kidding.
College student, chess enthusiast, and self-love specialist.
Can I ask you a serious question, Chuck?
Yeah. Well, first I want to thank her for the raid here. Let's go ahead and gift her a sub real quick. But yeah, ask away.
All right, Chuck. Do you think I'm gonna meet my future wife at the speed dating thing that I'm going to? Be honest.
Probably not. I don't know. Has that ever worked out for you?
Chuck, how could you do that?
Here's what I don't understand. Why don't you go on like JDate? Because I've heard that like the ratios are crazy in favor of guys and like Jewish type of dating sites.
How could you do that to me, man?
Relapse is getting hosed here. This is like looking like a go next. Yeah.
So yeah, I haven't updated score. We're at 12 to 10.
Is that like farmersonly.com, but it's like the new 2020 version, or like what is that?
Yeah, JDate is just like a Jewish dating site.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, but if you want honest advice, if you want to like meet the wife, I think that's like the best chances.
I want you to toot my horn, and you're not doing that.
No, I mean you're definitely a catch. But it's just so competitive out there. It's hard.
Fishing for the compliment.
I mean, it's hard. And I'm not the best person to give dating advice for sure. I mean, there's much better people out there.
I don't trust anyone else's besides you.
Farmers only. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend farmers only. Number one, because Full isn't a farmer, but there's other good reasons.
No, I mean,
actually, maybe you are. Farmers only. If you just eke in points on Lee chess, you can make a justification for that.
Farmers only.
Looks like a free queen, and then we run.
What's up, Julian? How's it going, man?
No, Dan Kite, I was saying JDate is good for guys because usually there's more women than men on JDate. That's what I've heard. I'm not Jewish, but
I think you're right though, Chuck. I think there are more girls than guys on JDate.
So for the people coming in, this is Bughouse. I mean, we're nominally watching and commentating on Bughouse, but really we're just shooting the breeze.
Wait. You do the description, and I'll you know what I want to do, right?
I know what you want to do. Yeah. Bughouse is a chess variant played on 2 chessboards by 4 players in teams of 2. Capture pieces on one board are passed to the teammate on the other board. Players can make a normal chess move or take any of the pieces in reserve that their partner has handed you and place one on any empty square. Checkmate or flag on either board ends the game. Take it away, Swole.
Yeah. It's a fast-paced game. It's a lot of fun.
And you can play on chess.com.
And you can play on chess.com.
And you can also play over the board. Over the board is where it's the most fun.
I think it's so much more fun over the board.
But the thing is, you can replicate as close as possible over the board by having all 4 players on the same call, whether it be Skype or Discord or whatever.
Yes, that's a lot of fun as well. I haven't actually done that in a very long time. The last time I played Bug was
probably when I partnered you, like what, 2 months ago or something.
I played a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
I played against E-Laser randomly.
Ooh, whoa, this is a mate. Promote.
I
Knight
didn't even know he played Bughouse, but I ran into him in the chess.com pool.
Hey, Alex.
Yeah, I got a couple accounts. I was gonna play the Bughouse World Championships, but then I just didn't find a partner. But I was in the group.
Alex, you need to be a sub. You're such a big supporter, so I'm gonna gift you a sub.
Yeah, you have to be a sub, dude. If he doesn't get 100 gifted subs right now, guys, come on. This is looking like a curious game.
Miss Fairy Queen asks, who is a laser? A laser was an old-time fixed player. Does he have a chess.com? I'm not aware of who he is. If
it's a laser. It's
it is really. I haven't seen him.
He's like he hovers 23, 2400. I played him.
How have I not encountered him? Maybe he's just awake at different times.
Yeah, he plays like really weird openings, like suspect, like Bong Cloud, or like F3 King F2 openings. I don't know. It's like weird.
Rook mates. That's probably not gonna come. Oh wait, can it come?
Queen mates strong.
He could just play knight takes e6 to. Oh, he did it to undermine that king.
What are you doing? Shut.
Threatening the queen.
On point today.
I like that. Yep. Good stuff.
I don't think that bishop is a threat. You just take the queen. I mean, it does defend these weak squares, but
maybe he's trying to attack.
He's probably pawn at e2. I think he should attack this king though.
If he does pawn e2, does knight at c6 work? Maybe not. He doesn't have a knight. Just kidding.
JK. Now bishop takes bishop, and then queen takes maybe. Oh, he's just stacking the queen. Okay. Probably knight out to defend d1. Oh, he's going for attack instead. Oh, queen at mate.
Oh, there's mate. Whoops.
Mate is good. Okay, and now it doesn't matter who's on top because we're at 12 all.
Wasn't it you who told me? I think you told me this at one of the nationals or something, where it's like, or maybe it was somebody's finger notes in Fix, where it's like, always mate with the pawn. It causes everlasting fear.
Mate with the pawn is the best.
Like, if you have the ability to mate with the pawn, you do it because it psychologically messes with your opponent.
Yeah, I mean, under promoting is another thing that really messes with their heads.
Oh yeah, like we promote to a rook or something. That's so stupid.
Always under promote when you can.
Yeah.
Miss Fairy Queen says she saw a laser partner to Gus McLean and Mucha Meiji recently. Interesting. I don't know if they know him know Laser in real life. I don't think I know Laser in real life, but maybe Laser is from like the Bay Area or something.
Oh yeah, I mean that'd be cool if he was. Because he wasn't at any of the gatherings we went to.
No, not that I know of. Unless it's someone's dude.
Chuck, I have a question about chess.com. Can you answer me a question?
Maybe.
I'm on my stats, on my Bughouse stats, and it doesn't have my best win. Why doesn't it have it?
When you say
it's because you haven't won a game. What do you mean?
No, maybe
it's not available.
Ooh, I don't know. That's a question that you should ask whenever I partner JD Cannon. Like, I want people to be standing by to just pummel him with programming questions about chess.com and how it works. Because he's like the programmer, so he knows all the answers. And if he doesn't know the answer, then he'll go research it.
Why didn't he go king up to b3? He just walks into mate. I mean, he's still mated, but...
The reason I reminded myself of that was because I think my best win is against Gus.
By the way, this is interesting. I'm trying to remember why I did this. But so today, for some reason, I looked up Hikaru on chess.com. And I don't remember why I looked at Hikaru's now I remember why. I looked at Hikaru's profile because earlier this morning Hikaru was wrongly listed as streaming and it prevented the embed from happening, and I was trying to troubleshoot their embed even though no one seems to care about all their embed problems. I want to like I've gotten like 50 to 70,000 views from the embed, and I realized that I'm not even getting all the embed views when I get that many views, just because chess.com had screwed up their code. And this weekend, like the embed went to all the wrong people, so no one got the embed. It went to all offline people, and Hikaru was listed as online when he actually wasn't. So I looked at his chess.com profile to see if he was online, and I realized that my record versus Hikaru was like 1 win and 0 losses, because I guess I played against him in a bughouse game and I won. So I have a perfect record against Hikaru.
Chuck, you're just so the point of that story is that you're just a god. Is what you're saying.
The point of the story is that I've seen people who will get like a lucky win versus like famous people, and they'll be just like, okay, I retire.
The thing is, even if you wanted a game against Hikaru, you probably still wouldn't get one.
You gotta believe.
Yeah, the old Naka flex.
It depends on the partner matchup, but
you know what you should do, Chuck? You should go into Naka's chat and be like, "Listen, Hikaru, you never beat me before. I beat you the only time I played. Play me in bughouse."
Okay,
I don't,
Chuck.
I don't do that sort of thing.
Chuck,
I just thought it was amusing.
Content, you know what you should do, and maybe this is just something you can ask him, or even with another streamer, is you could how chess streamers do like sub battles where they have like subs play each other or whatever. You should do that, but do like sub bughouse battles. So like you have your subs versus his subs.
I've seen a sub 4-player chess battle, which was a lot of fun. It was like 4 different streamers, and they each put up a slate of like 10 people of different rating categories, and they would all play in like a 4-player game. And that was a lot of fun to watch. I actually participated. That was like my very first FFA game, 4-player FFA, which is free for all. I had only played teams before that, but they were like, "Oh, this is an FFA sub battle. We need someone at one of these like low rating categories." So I was like, "I'll play," and I won my first game ever. Like I just crushed it because I'd watched so many of Miss Fairy Queen's streams when she played the 4-player chess, and basically like I kept winning pieces and never losing any pieces, and I just watched them trade. So I just like crushed it. But yeah, it'd be fun to have a similar sort of thing with Bughouse. I'm not sure exactly what the setup would be, but really you need to get 4 streamers who are interested in Bughouse for that to happen, and you need maybe a little bit of a bigger community. Like I'm sure like Frolic would participate, and I don't know, maybe we could have some of the Crazy House streamers. Maybe would put up something. But like you're unlikely to get the chess streamers, unfortunately, because there's not many chess streamers who are just that into Bughouse.
Well, I mean, you don't. I mean, I guess you don't necessarily need 4, but like because like obviously, I think you have a big enough community where you could find 2 people that would play for you.
Yeah, but the point of these sub battles in general is it's not just finding like 2 people. Like normally it's a slate of like 5 to 10 games where you provide like 1 person for each game, and then the streamers all sit back and commentate. It's like the ultimate form of leeching. Like I'm jealous of all the chess streamers that can just get other people to play for them and commentate exactly like I'm doing right now. Like this is a dream. I don't have to do any work. I'm just watching. Just watching and judging, because occasionally I can like point out a move, and then like I'll just arrow like a random move, and then people be like, "Oh, he arrowed that. He must have seen all the moves before that, and that's the only thing that he thought worthy of being, mentioned."
Knight C4, yeah, love to see it. Pawn D2, love to see it. Oh no, he doesn't check. Okay.
You're pretty sure
Relapse is finally saying high trades are good for me. So they're changing their strategy. Oh, and this is one of Chicken's favorite phrases, where he will he'll be like in the middle of a series where he might be like down a little bit, and he will change his strategy, and the change strategy is always, okay, we win the rest.
Yes,
which is it's just a great strategy.
That is honestly. I mean, he's just ahead of his time, just winning all. Because winning's a choice, and he's choosing to win.
Winning's a choice.
Yeah, I mean, it's either you win or you don't, and he's choosing to win, right? I mean, that's just
that
science.
that is my favorite thing about Donald Trump is his quote, like, "You're gonna win so much, you're gonna get tired of winning," which it's just a genius phrase because it. I mean, Donald Trump, he just makes people angry in general, but like
I love
like
Donald.
it's and it's something he does a lot where he'll take two phrases and he'll stick them together and he'll get people arguing about the second phrase, and then in arguing about the second phrase and ignoring the first phrase, people are just conceding the first phrase. So he'll say, like, in this example, he'll say, like, "You're gonna win so much you're gonna get tired of winning," and people be like, "What? That doesn't make any sense. Why would I get tired of winning?" But what they don't say is, like, "We're not going to win so much. We're not going to win." So it gets the conversation centered around a different phrase.
Yeah. I actually remember you streamed once. You were like doing a debate or something like a month ago or something.
Libertarian the stuff.
Yeah. So back when people asked, like, why I had such a long bio, that was one of the reasons that, like, if I only chess streamed, then I wouldn't need to mention a lot of parts of my life. But since I sometimes do political streams, I wanted to mention, like the PhD and things like that might be relevant to other types of streams.
Didn't you just get your second PhD?
Well, I had a law degree, which is a doctorate, and I got a PhD, so I got my second doctorate.
Okay. Yeah, I graduated in May, so yay.
With a PhD?
No, just bachelor's.
Okay. And you're going math, is that right?
English.
Oh, I thought you were math. Did you change, or was I just crazy?
I initially wanted to do math, but I attempted it, and like once I got to like Calc 2, I'm just like, this is
never mind.
This is tedious. So then, yeah, I gave that up.
Chuck.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you measure your IQ?
A long time ago. Like, I'm in the 999 Society, which is it. So Mensa basically is the top 2% of IQ, and then there's another IQ society, I forget what it's called, that's like top 1%, so it's like more selective. The 999 Society is like the top 0.9, the top 0.1% instead of the top 1%. So it's like 10 times more selective, or no, 20 times more selective than Mensa. But I haven't taken an IQ test recently. IQ sort of rewards being young because it's checking your actual intelligence versus like what you're supposed to do at that age. So the younger you take an IQ test, like, the more you'll seem smart, I guess.
Relapse is crushing this game.
He is, and that might be a function of their change strategy of just feed him more pieces. This Chicken is quite good at adjusting.
Yeah, I would say Chicken's one of the best players to just change strategies. Isn't he made it though? Yeah, rip.
So Chuck, are you really good at unicycling?
He's reading my bio probably. Yeah, so I'm really rusty at unicycling. So unicycling, it was interesting because I think most of my high school friends, they slowly decided that they all wanted to join the circus. So I mean, first we got into juggling and then unicycling, and kind of went downhill from there, or uphill, as the case may be. But I was always like not as coordinated as the rest of them, so I was like just getting 3-ball juggling when they all were learning 5-ball juggling, and I was just getting like going forward at unicycling when they were able to like go backwards and like I don't know, like hop up and down and try to stand up on the seat and juggle on the unicycle and things like that. So I was always a little bit behind them, but I still like eventually got it to where I could reliably go forward, and then I just got rusty. So I'm probably too rusty to do it now, but I would like to get back into it someday. Are we gonna see? Yo,
Ooh.
queen sack, spicy. Knight at c5, I assume. I like bishop to f4 to unite the rooks. Oh, it looks like Crimson is just dead. So Chicken doesn't even need to mate. All he needs to do is live. And now that he is the better position, so I don't see why they're not resigning. Spinal Tap, great question. I'm always up for bughouse, but last I checked, you were you had some obligations, and you said that you weren't going to be free for a while. Let's see.
Yeah, Chuck and Spinal.
Tap, is your store open again, or are you still closed for the COVID?
Wait, Spinal has a store?
Yeah, Spinal is great for organizing because he has a chess magic shop. So he sells magic cards, and he also like runs chess tournaments and does chess coaching. So basically, we could just show up at his shop at any point and play with him.
I want to get chess lessons from Spinal. That sounds like the best time.
Still
Are
close
you still
to
in
COVID.
Philadelphia?
Yeah, I'm still in Philly.
Chuck? Okay. Cool.
Spinal Tap says, I'm free now. Should I just stop the stream and drive over there? I don't think I'm not up for partnering tonight, but I'm definitely up for partnering later on. So after this stream, I am going to be doing another partner push, which means I'm not going to be doing random streams for a while. I'm just going to stream on Chess TV to keep the viewer numbers up, and that'll probably be for like a month or two until they reject me again. So that doesn't mean I'll play less bughouse. I'll just start playing bughouse off stream instead of always on stream.
Yeah, I don't think it's in Chuck's DNA to physically stop playing bughouse.
No,
like,
that would never happen.
Yeah.
You gotta believe that you're gonna get a partner. I don't like your negative mindset.
I mean, it's like it's just realistically based on their metrics. Like in theory, they don't count the embeds, and embeds are like most of my viewers.
Chuck, no. You're gonna get partner.
Grown though.
Chicken has a pretty crush attack. Yeah, no, my numbers have grown for sure, but like the numbers they want are 100 average viewers all the time, at least.
75.
No, 75 is the minimum to apply to partner, and I can always apply to partner. Like I have that application button like already, and embeds count for that purpose. But when they look at your application, they want to look at like supposedly they exclude the embeds. If they just discount the embeds instead of exclude them entirely, then I would have good chances. Because even if they counted them as like every embed viewer is like 1/10 of a non-embed viewer, then I'd be in awesome shape. But I think they just don't count them at all.
Ooh, Nightmates.
He has it.
Oh, he has it. Yeah, tonight.
What about Master Tan? Does he play on chess.com at all?
I think he's Master Tan Crazy House. Let me just check that handle.
Okay.
But I think that's him. Let's see.
He's more of a Crazy House player though, right, Chuck?
Yeah, a lot of players are mostly playing Crazy House. Let me see if that is his handle on chess.com.
Sounds like him.
Yeah, it is. He's Master 10 crazyhouse on chess.com. He's last logged on October 17th.
Oof.
Thanks for the follow from Prolific. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I always pronounce these wrong, but I appreciate the follows. Okay, I gotta update these scores. I'm way behind. So the cool thing is, like, the way I made the score thing. Basically, I made an Excel spreadsheet, and then next to them I have like an up down button. So I just need to like press an up arrow to update the scores. But unfortunately, I need to figure out where chicken is at all times, because the player you're following doesn't necessarily stay the same place. I think it's worked out okay though. It's better than me just like saying the scores every like few minutes, just to have them on the screen, even if they're wrong half the time.
I remember when we used to play, like there, I think it was maybe like Thick Puppy from Vegas who came up with an email script, and we used to play like, it was like a hidden role game.
Resistance.
Resistance, that's what it was.
Yeah, Resistance is basically like Among Us without the fancy graphics, and Resistance was a ton of fun.
Well, yeah, because but the cool thing was like you had to. It was like your voice is involved, so like unless you're doing proximity chat with Among Us, you know.
Yeah.
It's oh yeah, that was fun. And then we used to like play like Monopoly or like Settlers of Catan and stuff like that.
I love Monopoly.
Yeah, we would do those at gatherings, but not so much outside of gatherings. Whereas with Resistance, we did like all the time, even outside of gatherings.
Yeah.
We would play Resistance like all night long.
Yeah, I know.
Online.
Those were fun times. Wow.
But Resistance was kind of cool because it was a game that we played at one gathering. I think it was a Vegas gathering, and then we went home like after the gathering, and we were all like sad. We were like, "That was a ton of fun. We can play Bughouse online, but we can't play Resistance online." But rather than just like take that for an answer, we just invented our own way to play it. So first, Wade developed like a spreadsheet in Excel that would just like implement everything, and would just like email out the roles to people, and then we would just like play on a Discord call, and we'd make it work. And then Takaru, he looked at the spreadsheet and he's like, "That's pretty cool, but like I'm a programmer, I can do better." So he made a whole website around it, and we would play on the website like there was at least a 3-month period where we would play every single night for a few hours. We would play Resistance. It's like the Among Us craze, but it's like, you know, different sort of game. And we would play like his game that he invented, and then we all kind of lost interest and we left, and we came back like 6 months later, and there were like 5 games going on at a time of like these random people we'd never seen before who just come across the website. And because when he was making like the help files for the website, he just took a screenshot of us playing. So I popped into like a random game, and they're like, "Oh my god, it's Chuck Moulton!" Like I was like a celebrity because I was the guy from the example help file game.
That's awesome. Those were good times. Do you still travel to like nationals or anything like that to play Bughouse?
I go to like local Philly tournaments. I've been to. I don't think I ever went to nationals, but I did go to there was a Vegas tournament. Like there was a millionaire tournament in Vegas, which I went to because I thought there'd be a ton of players, and we did get a lot of Bughouse in there.
Nice.
I'm not against going to nationals like after COVID ends. What I really like is the gatherings, though. The gatherings are awesome, And if I'm going to go to any tournament, I figure I might as well go to like the biggest ones. And the biggest one is the World Open, which is right by me. So I'll go to the World Open most every year.
Because I think when I went to the World Open with Rob, I think we went to your house with like me, Chicken, Carlos. We had some other people.
I don't think Carlos made it to my house, but Carlos was there that year.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like a bunch of you came to my house for sure.
Yeah, didn't Daniel? I think Chicken lived near you at the time.
Chicken still lives near me. Chicken's like 10 minutes away from me right now.
That's fantastic. That's actually fantastic.
And not only that, Chicken and I were workout buddies for a while. I mean, we still would be if not for COVID.
That's awesome.
So yeah, like I would go to the gym with Chicken.
That's awesome. I was gonna say you definitely have gained muscle compared to when I met you in back in 2010.
Yeah, but it's frustrating. Not as much as I want, but more than I had then for sure.
Do you have to wear masks there? Because like we had to like.
When COVID started, it was really clear to me this is going to be like a long-term thing, and it was going to get really bad. So like the moment I saw COVID start, I started getting home gym equipment, and I think I got it like right before everything was out because I was like a week ahead of everyone else.
Nice.
So I've had there was like a 1 week break for me where I couldn't go to a gym and it hadn't been delivered yet. But other than that, I've had like no downtime from COVID.
That's awesome.
Home gym is the way to go for sure.
Yeah, we bought like some free weights and stuff like that. So we got pretty lucky, but we have to, I don't know if your like city's shut down or like how COVID's affecting you guys there, but
I don't even pay attention, honestly.
We have to, like it's mandated, like you have to have a mask out in public.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I go to the grocery store. I go to the grocery store, but that's about it.
The city's like actually shut down. We're like on like stage 3. Denver's like on stage 4 lockdown. Like you can only do takeout. You can't go anywhere unless you're like an essential employee. It's like, it's wild.
Yeah, I've done takeout the whole time, but I've I've stayed pretty safe. Like I always wear a mask in the grocery store. Everyone else is wearing a mask. And it's not as bad if you're outside. So, takeout was always car side for me. So I've been pretty safe so far.
That's good.
But I know a lot of people who are not safe, and I just avoid those people.
Right. Yeah, obviously, yeah. Yeah, like everybody near me's gotten it. My dad just had it. All my roommates have had it.
So maybe you've had it and don't know it then.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to go get the test and find out because I'm just like, if I get sick, I'll know I'm sick. So whatever.
Yeah. Ooh, that's hanging queen. Okay. Queen takes knight, I assume.
Oh, were you there? Okay. Do you remember in Bughouse when, and I don't know, because I don't know if you can do this on chess.com, but like on Fix, you could set like a pre-move. So like I think it was like F8 or F12. I don't remember the hotkey. Where if you get a piece, it would automatically play it. So it would pre-move, a pawn, a bishop, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. So I can't remember who did this. I think it was Rob did this to J Killer, where he would like on move 2 would play pawn at E2.
Yeah.
And then like take J Killer's queen.
Yeah. Honestly, I think Chicken started that, but Rob did it a lot. But it would slow down pre-movers. It was genius to play pawn at E2 immediately, and then if they just play knight out, you just take their queen.
Yes.
Because the genius of pawn at E2 or pawn at E7 is it's not check. So if your opponent's in check, then like their pre-move would be canceled. They have to move out of check. But if you just like randomly attack the queen, then like it works.
Yeah. God, I always used to die laughing. And I think J Killer got so mad. Like,
he was so angry.
He's like, I'm never playing Combo Kid ever again. Oh, man. Those were good times. Said 1 sec. Okay. I thought they were about to be done.
I'm Xing out of a lot of games right now.
That's what I'm doing right now too.
Just chess.com opens like a new tab for every game.
Is there a way to get it to stop asking like, am I still here?
Yes, there is. I'm glad you asked. All you need to do is sign up for a premium membership on chess.com. It never asks me. I'm a diamond.
Got it. I should just log into my brother's account then.
Oh, is he a diamond?
Yeah, he bought membership.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what level of membership is required to make it stop doing that. Before I was an affiliated streamer with chess.com, I got a gold membership, which didn't get you like a lot of the tactics stuff, but was enough to get rid of the ads. And that's really all I cared about. So the gold membership was something like $5 a month. When I became an affiliated streamer with them, then they just gave me like a free diamond. But
nice.
But yeah, I mean, I honestly, at this point, even if I wasn't a chess.com streamer, I would buy a diamond just for the Puzzle Rush puzzle battle. I think a diamond's like 20 a month. So it's like 5 a month versus 20 a month. But if you play a lot, then it's worth it because there's a lot of other benefits that come with it.
Yeah, I don't like how you get restricted if you spam too much.
Oh yeah. If they made like a $50 a month option where like you could spam all you want and it would never be muted, like they would make bank. But that's not a thing.
That's what I would buy it because it's so annoying.
Retrosort says $20 a month seems like a lot. It's all relative because chess is about the cheapest hobby you can have. Like I have friends who would they got into chess on Fix and then they looked at their bank statement after like 2 months and they realized they weren't really spending any money because they weren't going outside anymore to like bars or I don't know, mini golf or a movie theater. Like most activities, like every time you do anything, you're paying something. Whereas if you're playing chess, first of all, you can play for free and you never have to pay. But even if you do play, if you amortize that $20 a month over a month, and you play every day, it's like less than $1 a day, and it's kind of worth it for all you're getting out of it. But it depends how active you're going to be and what your interest is.
Yeah, very true. It's all subjective too, relative, subjective, same thing. Like if you play a lot, then you find worth in it. Basically, it comes down to how much time you want to invest in it.
Yep.
Did you ever play? Here's another story I think you taught me at Nationals, or maybe it was Silent Scope and Shin who did this. We would play, like we'd go to Nationals and we'd be like in the Skittles room or something, and we would play Bughouse with like anybody we could find. And we one time had this guy who was like a 1400 chess player, and he wanted to play Bughouse. And Silent Scope decided that he would partner him, and he's like, okay, yeah, you can play with me. But like what he would do is he would always ask for pieces, but then he wouldn't give them. He'd be like, yeah, bishop's good. He's like, oh, okay, knight wins a piece, knight wins a queen, or whatever. But then he would just take all his pieces and then like instead of handing them to like to the left or the right, he would just keep them in front of himself, and his partner wouldn't get a single piece.
That's pretty fun. I've never done that myself, but that's something that I would often see from more lower rated players, not high rated players who are trolling, because like if you play on the free internet chess server or on chess.com or any online Bughouse website, it automatically gives the pieces to your partner. It automatically checks if a move is legal or not. Whereas if you're playing over the board, you have to do these things for yourself. So I mean, very often at the World Open, like I'll look over and I'll be like, are those 3 bishops for me that he's like captured? And you have to like grab them.
Oh man, those are good times. I think trolling was really funny for Bughouse, especially. What about I met Death Note at one of the Nationals.
Death Note is Hisoka. He's Hisoka on chess.com. and
Oh, okay.
and he was pretty active up until maybe 6 months ago. He kind of stopped playing Bughouse to focus on chess and also to focus on school. Plus, his job is actually like the the most intensive thing out there for Corona. He's a respiratory technician. So
Oh wow.
so
Okay.
he got all these offers that they were. I think like a place in New York City was like, oh hey, we'll pay you like an extra 50 grand if you move to New York City and work for us instead, because that's
wow.
exactly what they want. So yeah, he's working crazy hours for COVID for sure.
Wow.
I don't think he took that offer, but there were like a lot of offers out there.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I'm behind in updating the scores again. Sorry, folks. Yeah, there we go. We're good.
What is this opening? Oh, did my internet die?
I don't know.
No, we're back. Okay, it lagged for a second.
Relapse is offering a lot of trades here. Oh, and Jake Jr. is in trouble.
No, he's going on a king. He's trying to get a touchdown.
Well, Chicken is up like 5 seconds here, so he can get fed.
Did you? Was it at Florida where we played? Where like if you got a touchdown, it was actually a win instead of a loss.
I've played that a lot of places because it should be a win for sure.
Yeah.
So what a touchdown is if you can walk your king over to the other side of the board and get to the back rank, we call that a touchdown. It's sort of like racing kings is a variant some places. It's like that, and I think that a touchdown should be a win condition. It's not in the official rules, but it really ought to be. It makes the game so much more fun and encourages more king walks.
Yeah.
But that's another thing I hope I'll see in the future, because at least with 4-player chess, they're able to make a lot of variants of 4-player chess with the existing 4-player chess interface on chess.com. And I think it would be relatively straightforward to do the same sort of thing with Bughouse. So, for example, they have 4-player chess with diplomacy or not diplomacy, which is whether you can give arrows to your opponents or not. They have 4-player anti-chess. They have 4-player. Let me see. They have 4-player 960. Like they have a lot of variations of 4-player. They have 4-player with fairy pieces. They have 4-player where you can also try to get your king to the center of the board as a win condition. And they can blank out certain squares. Yeah, so they have all sorts of cool win conditions on the 4-player chess, like variations of 4-player chess, and I would love to see the same sort of thing with Bughouse. Right now, the 4-player chess community is a lot bigger than the Bughouse community, even though it's a newer game. But
really,
I think with the right program and support, Bughouse could get a lot bigger.
Why do you think 4-player chess is more popular than Bughouse?
I'm not sure exactly. I think part of the reason is there's a lower barrier of entry as far as Bughouse. If you're slow, you just lose the game. Like speed is such a critical component of Bughouse, so it's harder for new players to get into it. Whereas 4-player chess is often played with a delay, so you don't have to be super fast when you're starting out. Additionally, 4-player chess, I think, has gotten more exposure because when people stream 4-player chess, for example, it's really obvious when you're going through the thumbnails, like this game is different, and that exposes more people to the games. And it's had a separate link on the chess.com menu of like there's live chess and then there's 4-player chess. There's never been like a bughouse link, and that's had its pluses and minuses. Like the pluses are, I think more chess players are kind of exposed to bughouse within the live chess server because it's like an option that they can see there, and they see it as a list of games. But it's not like its own separate thing, which has its own sort of exposure. And also with its own separate thing, it's easier to make like variants of it because 4-player chess is in its own area, and they don't need to worry about doing a coding change in 4-player chess is just going to screw up other games because it doesn't impact other games.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. I was never good at 4-way chess. There was one where there was a variant of 4-way chess where everybody could move at the same time. It was like
that I would love to see chess.com get that, but chess.com hasn't got that yet. Yeah, that was called judo chess or tempest chess.
Tempest chess, yes.
And that's a lot of fun. Chicken Crossroad and JDB, John Daniel Bryant, are two of the best players in the world at judo chess. X-Shiner's pretty good too.
Yeah, it was.
This series is super close. 23 to 22.
That's what you want, though, I think.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sack sitting going on. I'm not going to lie to you.
There is a lot of sack sitting.
Thought sack sitting was bad.
It is. It's
Turns
terrible.
out it's... I think it was Jay Killer who said, "Don't sack sit unless it mates," or something like that.
Why not take this pawn?
Back in the day.
That looks like a pawn you want to take. It checks. It defends you. Oh, now he's going for mate. Oh, he wants to get the queen in. Okay. So now a knight mates, I guess, and a rook is quite good.
All right, close out all these games. Here we go.
Also has queen back if he ever wants it.
Why not just queen take f6? Take the queen for 2 pieces.
Queen take.
Your partner wants a knight.
Relapse, I mean. Does he want that? I think Chicken wants to get fed. Yeah, yeah. Actually, I see what you're saying. Queen for 2 pieces. Yeah, that would be quite good for. Quite good for him.
Yeah, I mean, he got the knight by bishop.
Yeah, before, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, J-Kid's playing.
Well, are you still there? You haven't said anything in like a long time.
Oh yeah, no, I'm here. I just like to listen sometimes.
Feel free to speak up. You can tell me to shut up if I'm talking too much too.
No, Chuck knows I'm usually the one who doesn't shut up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm a social person. I talk a lot. Well, I think I talk with people I know a lot. You know, I've known Chuck for I don't even so long. I don't even know it at this point.
I remember that. I think the first gathering you guys came to was your 18th birthday.
At Vegas.
Yeah, you and your twin brother. You were like, you said to your parents, they were like, "Hey, what do you want for your birthday?" And they're like, "All we want is to go to this bughouse gathering."
Yes. Oh, I forgot that. Yes, and
your dad came, and your dad kept like cooking all these delicious meals for us and barbecue and stuff.
Oh, that was right. Oh, that was so much fun. Yeah, I remember the first game we ever played. I partnered you, and Philip partnered Carlos. And we played like a standard E4, E5 line, but like your board also played it, but like we traded queens and then it mated you in one, and I didn't realize that. And you got super mad at me, and I was like, "Oh, sorry." And it was really funny. And then we pulled the chicken, and they're like, "Okay, I win all." And then we went on like a rampage. That was fun. And then I remember. Yeah, didn't we have like a house in Vegas too? Because I felt like we met.
Yeah, the Vegas gatherings. We started off in hotels, but then we realized it was cheaper to just rent a house.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I totally forgot about Vegas. That was a good time. I think that was at the height of the poker boom, because I think like Chicken and J Killer were like also playing poker at the time.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, even before the poker boom, like SGS would always play poker at the Vegas gatherings. But the poker boom was cool because like King Dan Smith, he would stop by the bughouse gatherings when poker was even bigger, and he was just like a celebrity everywhere because people had seen him on TV.
Oh yeah, I remember that. He actually got poker lessons from my dad.
Your dad taught King Dan? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so in like 2008, my dad he was playing professionally, and he played in like high stakes games, and I wanted to get better at bughouse, and like at the time he looked up who the highest rated was on like ICC before I was super active on Fix, and he saw King Dan had like a 3,000 like rating or something, and he messaged King Dan, and he found out that King Dan was trying to get good at poker. And so my dad bartered poker lessons to like give me bughouse lessons.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
King Dad has made millions of dollars at poker. So your dad can take credit for all of that.
Yeah. It was funny. He didn't really teach me anything, because I bought the bughouse I bought the bughouse poker book, or like the bughouse book written by like, Firefly and Jake.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest regrets. I was supposed to write chapter 1 of that.
Really?
Like the beginning chapter, but I was busy in law school, so I was like, I can't do it. I can't take the time off. And then, so Trumpet X stepped in and he wrote chapter 1, and now he puts it on all his resumes. He's like, I wrote the book on bughouse. Like, I could have prevented that if I just tanked my law school grades a little bit more. And
so you're saying you're the reason Trumpet X is? Oh my goodness! Now we know. The truth has finally been set free. That's so funny. Does Trumpet play on chess.com? I'm sure he does.
Probably. I don't know what his latest handle is. I think on on Lichess he was like sexy and I know it. I might be wrong about that, but I think that was his Lichess. I'm not sure what his chess.com is.
Who's Return of the Lagger on chess.com? Do we know?
Yeah, we know who they are. So there's like 4 high school friends who got really into bughouse and chess.com, and they trolled me in a lot of my early streams.
Okay.
And yeah, they just generally harassed me in general. They kept making dupes to stream snipe me. And they would get dupes that were like rated like 1200, and then they would play me when I'm like 2300 and just like be like winning hundreds of points for me. And it was really obnoxious. So I kept reporting their dupes. And eventually I just got sick of it, and I sort of escalated it to another level and like threatened like lawsuits for some other stuff they did. It wasn't only that, but and then eventually they were like, "Oh yeah, just like come to New York City and we'll settle this over the bughouse board." So I was like, play more bughouse. I'm up for that. So I went to New York City to like meet my trolls, and we played a bunch of bughouse, and we had like a great time. So now we're not enemies anymore.
Good. Okay, that's cool. I mean, what are the odds of that happening? I think you have some of the craziest stories. It's just
that's just because I've played so long. Yeah.
Yeah, you've been around since like bughouse was invented. Back when Moses freed the slaves, you were playing bughouse.
I think that they're gonna call it here. They were saying that 1st to 26. And and actually they called it right when Chicken pulled ahead, because Chicken relots were behind from the very beginning. Chicken was up by 1, and Chicken pulled ahead at just the right time.
That's a win quit. We take those.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm probably gonna call it too. So we should
Alright.
find someone to raid. Swole, you're still in the chat. If you have any suggestions, let me know. It looks like Frolic is streaming, but he's streaming just chatting. Let me see what that's all about. Oh, he's playing Among Us. I think we do a Frolic raid. Most of these are in-bed viewers who won't like go along anyway, but we probably have what, like 150 to 100, I would guess. We'll see.
It says you're at like 2,000.
Yeah, but those are like in-bed viewers, so they don't go along with the raid. They're like people watching on chess.com.
So if you raid another chess streamer, do those viewers follow?
No. Whoever I raid, it will just be the people like watching in the Twitch chat, and it sometimes it's sometimes it is confusing because they'll get a message like rated by 50 people and hosted by 1,000 people. They'll be like, "Oh my god, thanks so much," but like the host viewers don't really come. But yeah, let's raid Frolic, because Frolic plays Bughouse and he is playing Among Us right now, and Among Us is a ton of fun. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm really sorry that we didn't get to have like an actual final as it should have been, because of the disagreement between two of the players there. Oh, I should pay out the prediction. Did I make a prediction? I think I made a prediction early on. Who even won the prediction? Now I gotta remember. The first prediction was 12 Teen Chicken versus JK Jr. All you need is Bug. Does anyone remember? Do I have to check my own VOD? Maybe I'll pay it out after I check my VOD because I don't want to get it wrong. But it's like 99% to 1%. So if that 1% is right, they win like bank. No.
People bet on it?
Yeah, people bet for sure.
Oh wow.
They bet channel points. It's a lot of fun. So we have about 43 viewers. It's about what I expected. We're gonna send those to Frolic. Frolic, he's streaming Among Us now. He streams a lot of chess. He streams Jackbox. He does Bughouse like once a month, but we wish he did it more because he's really good at Bughouse, and it's a lot of fun to watch him play. But his Among Us is awesome too. You guys should definitely drop him a follow. I really appreciate everyone hanging out with us tonight. I'm sorry we didn't get to see like a real finals, but we saw a lot of great games, and we hung out, and we exchanged some Bughouse stories. So I think it was a good time. And this does conclude the Bughouse World Championship. The winners are 12 Teen and Chicken, as most people expected. Well, have a great night, everyone. Bye.